Did everybody see what our hockey team did the other day? Did anybody see that? If you don't know, the USA hockey team tore it up in Canada because the Canadian people booed our national anthem on their soil, right? So we went there to play Canada. They booed our national anthem. And what do as big dick, red-blooded Americans? The first 9 seconds of the game, we went out there and started beating people's asses. Bang, boom, bang. There was 3 fights broke out on the ice. We started socking people in the face, and then after that, we won the fucking game. Okay? How dare you? Because you know what? I'm tired of this. Because if we would have done that in America, forget it. The BBC. Americans are showing their racism right now, and the Muslim people, they got their national anthem. But we can't do stuff like that. You know for a fact we can never get away with that. But when we go anywhere, boo, boo. That's why you got your asses beat. USA. Come on, man. USA. What a beautiful scene. What a beautiful sight. Also, what is a beautiful sight? Look at Justin's dog flying around in there in the background. We have a star-studded cast today. We got EJ. We got Pasty. We got the Crow flying in on his birthday, which we will get to in just a second, and swinging on in on a web. Everybody, there he is. He's swinging by. It's none other than Spider Sim. Look at him, looking amazing. The new member of the Spider-Verse. Everybody get ready. Marvel has just dropped the new book for Spider Sim. He was bit by a radioactive spider with progeria, and now he is Spider Sim. This is truly amazing. We're gonna get to your birthday in just a moment, Crow. Don't worry about that. This is, we're gonna talk about you. We're gonna stroke your ego in just a moment. But speaking of stroking, Valentine's Day just happened. Everybody loves Valentine's. Everybody loves Valentine's Day. Excuse me. Hopefully you had a wonderful time, with your significant other or your partner, as Mo says. You got some chocolate-covered strawberries or whatever the hell, and hopefully you listen to the Greedy Knows Best Valentine's Day special that we had with Tony. It was a great show. It was a lot of fun. But as I was listening to that, I thought about the history of GKB and Valentine's Day is really ingrained in GKB history. We've been doing Valentine's Day specials from day one, basically. Every year we do one. And one of my favorite aspects of Valentine's Day is thinking about the rivalry. It's a really a one-sided rivalry here between the Crow and Cupid. For some reason, the Crow has such disdain for Cupid, okay? And this was explained years ago on an episode titled This Is Bad, which was a great episode. Right now, we will play the audio of the Crow explaining his hatred for Cupid, and we're going to see, approximately 4 years later, does he still hold the same sentiments? What is Mo's issue and hatred with Cupid? I'm not getting it. For 2 episodes now, I bring up Cupid in passing. Cupid. Fuck Cupid. Fuck Cupid. He's an asshole. Get him out of here. I hate that motherfucker. Fuck him. If I ever see Cupid, I'm going to kick his ass. I brought it up twice. I brought it up on the Valentine's Day show. I said, Cupid's in the air. Fuck him. I was like, what the hell's up with this guy? Why? What is with the Cupid hatred?
Yeah.
You really don't like this guy. You know he's Cupid. Fake, right?
No, Saint.
Did he stick his arrow up your ass?
Did he stick an arrow in your rectum? Is that why?
Cupid is based on a saint, and basically the saint that he's based on, the history with him is that he throughout the years they found out that he was having activity with children. So I don't God. So I don't like to associate. I don't like Cupid.
We're canceling Cupid now?
I'm canceling.
Okay,
Cupid.
You know what? You should start a campaign next Valentine's Day. Look, Pass is looking it up. Pass is looking.
I remember that Cupid was
because I remember watching this
Saint Cupid.
I remember them talking about this on like the History Channel years ago when I was a teenager. And I remember coming back to the dorm and be like, yo, do you watch this, Mr. Jamal? And he was like, yeah, I saw the whole thing when they were talking about.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pastor, you need to fact check this. We can't be throwing dirt on Cupid's name.
Check it. If you guys don't know, Mo gets stories wrong.
I don't get stories wrong. I leave out details.
We talked about that on the last show.
You give the wrong details. You gotta be double checked.
Any verification on that Cupid stuff, Pastor?
All I see is references to Greek and Roman mythology.
We know
Nothing
what they were
about
doing
a saint.
over there. We know what they were doing over there. Listen,
throughout the week, Pastor, we got to go to the History Channel and look up their because it was years ago.
Listen,
they might still have the episode with the they talked about him.
We'll have to.
Well, the one site I looked at is History Channel.
They don't have the episode with the Saint Valentine.
Saint Valentine or Cupid?
Saint Valentine's.
We're talking about Cupid, though.
Cupid in itself is based on all of that.
We're talking about Cupid.
Cupid is based? Oh, never mind.
No, we're talking about Cupid, though, not what he's based off.
Yes, but he's based on Saint Valentine's because of the work he did.
Valentine's.
All right, 4 years removed from this exact clip. Crow, what are your thoughts about Cupid today? Because let me just say this. Every year that we think about this, I always call Justin, I go, let's look it up again. Let's just make sure that we're not bugging. Like, we have found zero evidence of this.
When he told me about it, even I sat there and tried to Google stuff, and I could not find anything.
Pastor and I came to the conclusion that this information must have been burned with the books in Germany all those years ago. Or it's deep in the Vatican's library. It can only be two places: either burned in Germany years ago, or in the Vatican's library. Crow, what do you think of Cupid? Can we hear? Now we can't hear him.
I still think that the Cupid thing with the baby, with the arrow and the diaper, shooting people around with arrows of love is just so fucking stupid. I mean, it's definitely based on a pagan or god or whatever. I will take back, but I'm still going to call Valentine still a pedo. He's not like us. I learned that Valentine, he got locked up because of, I believe in Rome, because he was allowing people to be married. And at this time and period, they didn't want young men to be married. They wanted them to be mostly soldiers. The emperor at the time wanted the men of the country to be soldiers and not get married and stuff like that. More bodies for the military. But he was encouraging and still allowing people to get married. And he got jailed. And apparently one of the jailer's daughter was blind. He prayed for her and wrote a letter to her and prayed for her vision to come back, and her vision came back. So that's the story that I was literally looking up recently. So, but the girl was still 14.
He didn't touch her though. He prayed for her and healed her though. He's not like he was copping fields or anything.
Yeah, he didn't say he did anything inappropriate.
How can he do anything crazy if he's locked up, bro?
So you're saying he healed this woman's vision, which if anybody should be,
which I think is the coolest part. You know what I'm saying?
If anybody should admire that, it's us, you, that he healed the woman's vision. So what's the beef? Because he did it. So you're saying that she should have been 18?
I think that all those guys in Rome and that period were just weirdos. Period. Even the popes.
Is he not allowed to write a letter to a lady, to a girl?
Nah, I just think they were just a lot of those saints and guys were weirdos.
So now you're saying that there's no concrete information that Cupid was doing anything sus, but you just believe it.
Well, this is Valentine. If we're talking about Cupid, don't like the concept
Saint Valentine's.
Yeah, Valentine himself.
This is what I think happened to you, though. I know for a fact that you watched that mermaid documentary with Jamal.
I did. I was just about to bring that up,
I think that's what you misconstrued. You put those two stories together.
No. I was going to say that when I went back and found out that the History Channel was making fake documents just to see how people would react and everything else like that, I did throw a lot of that information stuff I learned from that channel growing up away and have to relearn all that shit. But it was a documentary that they did.
There was no way
years ago.
There's no way that we have not found one single piece of evidence that the History Channel produced that. There's no way.
They had a whole thing about Valentine's Day. What's the history of Valentine's Day?
The years of research that they've done, and I've joined in and tried to find it. Like, we cannot find it, bro. It does not exist.
We can. Well, we
Did you find the dolphin one, the mermaid one?
Yeah, the mermaid one. That's the one I thought you were just like misconstruing that you watched the mermaid one. But we looked up all this stuff about Saint Valentine being a freak, and nothing at all. So you still hate him.
I don't like the holiday.
You don't like really any holidays anymore, though, right?
No, but Valentine's I truly don't like.
You don't like Valentine. You don't like Christmas. You don't like.
No, it's not that I don't like Valentine's. I just think that we should be like, if you believe in God, we should be careful about what we celebrate.
What's wrong with the way we do it?
Like, based on which we talk about this with the Catholic Church now, like a lot of things were blended in so that pagan belief followers would come into the Christian faith, right? So a lot of things were rewritten and reformatted for people around, like the solstice. I don't know why I can't think of that word right now. But like during the winter solstice and stuff like that, like we realized the Catholics wanted to, get pagans to follow a new God, right? So we know this already. So I don't really want to identify my faith with propaganda as well as blended in gods and all this things like that, That's the uncomfortable about it. You know what I'm saying? Like the Christmas tree being or the mistletoe, things like that had other meanings and now we're using it.
You don't like that?
I don't like that.
Pastor, what do you think? You are a man of God and you celebrate all these secular, apparently pagan things. You also gave me a shirt with a pentagram on it, which was tremendously inappropriate, I thought. But I'm still wearing it. I love it very much. What do you think about this? Okay.
Wait,
so
did he use words?
I don't know.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, you can hear me now.
Everybody, let me tell you, today is so amateur hour. We took so long to get ready. Somebody was eating. Eddie's upside down, and now everybody's muted. Everybody's muted now.
Wait, am I still upside down?
You're upside down. So not only you got Spider Sim over there, and you're upside down like Spider-Man 2 over there, like you ready to kiss Mary Jane.
All right, I'll answer your question.
Yes,
now.
please do.
So I've had a long life to contemplate these things, and whether the Catholic Church simulated pagan rituals and imagery and whatever into the faith, the intention from the beginning was it was the Catholic faith, the universal faith. And as long as Jesus remains the center, I don't have much of a problem with it. And they don't even say St. Valentine's Day anymore. It's just Valentine's Day.
Oh, excuse me, Valentine's.
They turned it into a Hallmark holiday.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you acknowledge the one you love, or like my mother every year still gives my sister, my father, and me a little gift.
Evil.
And the family got together and ate some really delicious sushi to celebrate Valentine's Day. So, and then I went on Sunday and celebrated Christ.
That's right. Well, you are evil for that, just so you know that.
Evil for what?
For celebrating Valentine's Day. I'm on your side now. I'm taking your side.
Look, listen, I will say that when I found out about Valentine's doing the letter and praying for the blind, that did change and made me want to be like, okay, well, this is a part of it that I really enjoy, right? Like, God's
You said he was
love.
a creep for that.
No, I'm saying I still think he was a pedo in general. Because I think all those people were pedos. But at the end of the day,
release the chat logs with St. Valentine's. Release the chat logs.
We need the chat logs. We need all his scrolls.
St. Valens. I'm telling you right now, they're in the Vatican. They gotta be in the Vatican right now. They got all kind of stuff. If you want to know anything, it's probably there. Well, either way, we love you, Crow. It's more holiday for us, is what I think. You know what I mean? More holiday for the rest of us heathens and demons. But you do, I can't remember if you do or not. Every year it's like kind of different. Do you celebrate your birthday? Do you not celebrate your birthday?
I by myself don't really care. I do little things for myself to like just be like grateful for life and remind myself that like God is, he's working in my life. But really it's the people around me that really celebrate it, and I appreciate that love and attention. So I don't take away from other people's joy. Like my birthday, actual day, I didn't really do anything. I just chilled, watched anime, thank God when I woke up and said, hey, thank you for another day. And acknowledge that I was 30. But, when Jazz was getting involved, she wanted to do certain things. It did feel good to be acknowledged. It's something that I don't really get, having gotten growing up. So I accept the love that I get on this day. There's no need to like be a dickhead.
Right. You accept that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. We're so glad. I thought there was a time when you didn't like your birthday or something, right? Am I wrong?
I thought you hated it.
Yeah, we thought.
Yeah, for years I hated it.
You hated why did you hate your birthday? Do you hate yourself?
Bro, there was years that I genuinely forgot my birthday, like what day it was on.
Wow.
That it even mattered. It just wasn't celebrated.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what he hated. He hated that nobody
and it wasn't
acknowledged it.
Well, we're acknowledging it today, and that's why Spider Sim is here, because we had this conversation a long time ago that nobody celebrated your birthday, and there was a trauma behind that, and that's why you wanted such an extravagant wedding. So we did do you a favor, and Spider Sim is here for you. Do a trick. Do something fun. Wow, look at that. That's crazy. Look at Spider Sim. That's amazing. We'll let you take a picture with him later, and you can hang out with him. You can do a little meet and greet with him. Look at that, everybody! If you want
an autograph,
if you want Spider Sim to come to your birthday, hit up Real J Simbitis 93 on Instagram, and maybe you can get a Spider Sim at your birthday. So does this scratch? We can't do much virtually, but does this scratch the itch? Is Little Crow happy to see Spider-Man at his birthday today?
Oh, Little Crow is very happy. He loves the idea that everybody is, all the people he loves is in the same place. Virtual or real life doesn't matter.
That's right.
You showing appreciation and love.
We love
That's
that.
all that matters, right?
We love that. You got a nice new jacket. You kind of biting my style though, because I got a jacket for my birthday first, and now you got a jacket for your birthday.
In a jacket.
Right. Okay. Show us this jacket. Show us this wonderful. It's a Miles Morales jacket, right? Which is really sick.
Give us a spin.
Give us a twirl. Give us a whirl. Give us a 360. He has a Miles Morales jacket. Pastor, why don't you describe it? Because I'm colorblind.
It's a charcoal gray, dark charcoal gray, with a red hood and patches with a spider on it. Black and red patches.
Come on, Justin, give me some whips.
Yeah. So we got Harlem in the back. Miles moved to Harlem after Brooklyn. We got the color, the hoodie. This is fire, honestly.
Was this your only birthday gift? Was this your only birthday gift?
No, I got a little plushie too.
Oh, you got a Miles plushie? Yo, that's fucking crazy, dude. Because I got a plushie for my birthday too. Yo, you biting my shit, dude. He's a biter, bro. I got a plushie too, man. When he shows his plushie, I'm going to go show you what I got. Yeah, show us your plushie. Is that a Miles plushie?
Yeah. Fire.
Do you sleep with that?
Yeah, I do, actually.
You hug it? Look at my plushie. I think my plushie's
no
better.
Hugs. He's not big enough for that.
I got Goth Stan from South Park. Cemetery Girl got me this. This is so epic. I love this so much. This was the gift that I ruined for myself. I found out some way that I was actually getting this. This is freaking sick. The Goth Stan from Kid Robot. This is awesome.
First of all, it's the women in our lives that think similar.
That's right. Well, no. The jacket wasn't from a woman. That was from Eddie and Spider Sim. So.
Oh.
That was from Eddie and Sim right there. My little Hello Kitty jacket. Wow. So you enjoyed your birthday. You're now 30. You have aches and pains and moans and groans.
No aches and pain.
You have no aches and pains.
No.
Really?
Lucky you.
Yeah. Eddie told me the funniest thing the other day, bro. So I don't want to forget this. Because we always make fun of Eddie that he's basically a question mark the way he's shaped now. He's been slowly hunching over for years, ever since we were in school. And now there are many reports, if you read the news in Myrtle Beach, of like a ghoul that roams the streets at night. Little do they know, it's just Eddie taking a stroll. It's just that he's so hunched over and pale from never seeing the sun. He's very like ghoulish and he's like scary. I mean, and then we all know that he growls at people when they talk to him on the street. They ask him, "Arr, arr." So, it just all the evidence points to him being a ghoul, but he's not. Tell them what you told me the other day, bro.
All I said was, sometimes when I'm washing the dishes, like let's say like the sink's full, right? Like it's not like one or two things. Like let's say there's pots, pans, all that shit is full, right? I might get halfway done washing all the dishes, and I swear to God, my back starts killing me, bro. I'm like this, bro. Like, let me. I'm like this while I'm washing them. Like, damn, bro. Like I got one hand like back here, like damn. Gotta support my shit. It's rough. It's rough, dude.
You're not even 30 yet. What the hell?
That's too much.
That's crazy.
You need a back brace, my guy.
Nah, I can't. I won't. Bro. I won't put that on,
bro.
My brother Danny had one.
I never hear the end of that one.
Nah, you need one.
All I'm gonna hear next time I come on the show with the back brace, they're gonna be like, "Damn, who blew your back out, bro?"
Oh.
Listen, just don't tell us. Just get a back brace.
And the thing is, you have a dishwasher. Why you guys don't use it? I have no idea.
I don't know either, but personally, this is gonna sound crazy, but I'd rather just wash it myself.
You'd rather experience the back pain?
It's faster.
actually agree with him too.
It's faster, and I feel like I'll make it cleaner.
You agree with that, Crow? So if you don't have a dishwasher in your place, right?
No.
So if you had one, you wouldn't use it?
For pots and pans, maybe, but regular dishes, nah.
No, that's the opposite. For certain pots and pans, you don't use a dishwasher because it's too caked up, and you use the dishwasher for the dishes and the cups and the silverware. That's like the most.
Oh, really?
I mean, that's like
if anyone
logical.
needs a dishwasher, it's you, Mister Slicing my finger open, washing the dishes.
Listen. I'm not denying that. That's very true. The one thing I miss most about my first ever house that I grew up in was that I had a freaking dishwasher, and I've just been every night crying myself to sleep that I don't have one. And then when I meet people like you, EJ, and all these other people in my life that I find out have a dishwasher. When I went to Pastor's house and I saw that they were using the dishwasher, I was like, wow, finally normal people. This is great. Like people who think. Like you have a device to do this, use it. Why would you want to sit there and just scrub it? Like why? You have enough things to do in this world. Why would you spend any time doing dishes? Like seriously.
So wait, the dishwasher is not powerful enough to clean pots and pans?
No, it's not that. It's like, so sometimes let's say you cook rice, right? The rice gets stuck to the bottom of the pot. It's not going to be able to get that. You have to use elbow grease to get that off.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you wouldn't do that. Stuff that you have to soak. Let's say you cook something that is very sticky. You don't put that in a dishwasher because it won't really, and you don't put, and to be fair, like you don't put dishes in the dishwasher that are like actually like super dirty. You have to like give it like a rinse, whatever. If it's like has stuff sticking on it, it won't get stuff that's stuck on it, but it will clean everything else. Like it's not that big of a deal. You should be using your dishwasher unless like, I don't know, you don't want to run up your electric bill. I don't even know if it works that. I don't even know if like how much it usually uses, but I'm just so fascinated by.
I do know that it uses a lot of power. All
these people in my life that have a dishwasher and don't use it. It really pisses me off. It really pisses me off. My pastor is one of the people that don't do that. I'm very shocked. And you know what else pisses me off too? This will piss me off too. We're gonna bring it back to your birthday, Crow. There has been like 5 or 6 like horrible incidents with planes in the last month. Okay, planes coming down. One just happened today. One just went down in Canada. What was the other? Oh, the one that went into the one that flew into the helicopter. The one that flew into the middle of the street. And I don't know if it was like Philly or something like that. All my life, people, People, you're a pussy. Why don't you want to be on a plane? You a bitch. Well, exhibit A, B, C, D, E, F, G, bitch. This is exactly why I don't want to be on a plane. And then, you get the people, well, statistically speaking, if you're in a car, you're more likely to get... Yeah, but how many people do you know were in some kind of car wreck or some kind of car incident and they're alive and they survive? How rare is it to hear? The people survive today on the one that just happened today. But how rare is it to hear that a plane went down or a plane exploded and everybody fucking survived? Very, very seldom do you hear that. I do not like being on planes. I literally cried the last time I had to get on a plane. I do not want to be in the air. There's literally nothing you could do if anything goes wrong. There's nothing you can do. Oh, put on your mask. Okay, yeah, great. And then I'm in the middle of the fucking ocean. Okay, yeah, okay. With the oxygen mask on.
Bring a parachute with you.
When it blows up, what am I supposed to do? At least in a car, there's many other things that can happen in a car. It could spin out of control, but you're not going to die immediately, okay? So with all this stuff going on, that's going on with the planes, eat my ass. This is why I don't want to be on a freaking plane. Am I wrong?
The number?
Do what I do and just go to sleep. That way, if something goes wrong,
if I die, I don't know. What were you gonna say, Crow?
You just never wake up.
Are you ready for the number? How many planes?
It's 6, right?
I'm looking at it. It says 87.
No, not 87 this month.
Aviation accidents in 2025 so far.
Really?
According to data from the National Transportation Safety Board.
87 in 2025?
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. It's only the second month.
You're going to be fine. Just get on. It's better than a car. Really? I've been in a car a lot. Nothing happened to me. Okay? Really? No.
It's just faster than a car.
Do not like planes. I will take them. I'm not I don't take planes, but I dread it. I hate it. It's the worst. And this is exactly why. Because there's nothing you can do. You are not a pilot. You don't got a fucking parachute. You are dead, buddy. And thank God that the people that crashed today in Canada did not die. I'm very happy to hear that.
I didn't know there was a crash today.
Oh, it's every day. It's probably one happening right now after we get off the show. So everybody lick my freaking ass that was making fun of me for my whole life, okay? Bringing it back to the Crow. Crow, it is your birthday. And, one thing we love to do in the chat is we love to fuck with Crow. We love to antagonize Crow. Everybody knows this. Crow is the funnest person to antagonize because he reacts to it. You know what I mean? It's the best. I do. So we always put this picture of this guy in the group chat, which I'll put on the screen right now. We put this picture of this guy. So we put this picture of this guy. He does YouTube videos and TikToks, and he always talks about how he likes to get fucked and suck cock and drink cum.
It makes me so uncomfortable.
Drink cum and all this stuff. So Justin ended up getting Crow a T-shirt with his face on it not too long ago, which Crow was wearing, which I really loved.
Which is a great shirt.
It's a great shirt. We thought you were gonna not like that. We thought you were gonna throw it away.
No, I had to like it because y'all knew how much I hated it, and the fact that y'all surprised me with that shit was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, there'll just be times in the chat where I'll post a picture and then everybody will just post it after me, or Justin will post it and then Dre, and then we'll just constantly post this picture of this degenerate TikToker and YouTuber Devin. He's so fucking funny.
Which I assume y'all just don't want me to speak anymore, so I shut up.
Oh, stop! Stop being dramatic. This is why we do it. This is why we do it. It's dramatic. So there's a site Cameo where you can buy video messages from people. For any occasion, for people's birthdays, weddings.
Please don't do this.
And we decided that we pooled our money together and we got you a special birthday message from you.
Oh, God.
For you, from Devin Sweeney.
I want to wish.
Oh, God. Why are you doing this? Come on, bro.
Hold on.
I'm begging you.
Hold on. Here we go. Let's listen to it. Don't say anything.
I might cry.
Don't say anything. Just listen to it. Just take it.
I want to wish Maurice a happy birthday. I hope you have an amazing birthday, Maurice. And I would love for you to shoot your cum on my face like Spider-Man. And I want to have Spider-Man and the Black Spider-Man take turns fucking my ass hardcore and rough, spreading my ass cheeks apart with the ginormous Spider-Man dick up it. Hell yeah. Okay, bye.
Happy birthday, buddy. Think about that. Pretty fun, right?
I think I'm going to throw up. This is...
Mo, Mo, you got a fan.
Dude,
He likes you.
listen, he said your name.
I want to wish Maurice a happy birthday.
Maurice.
I hope you have an amazing birthday, Maurice. And I would love for you to shoot your cum on my face like
Spider-Man. Happy birthday,
Mo,
man.
how does that make you feel?
How does it make you feel?
I feel like y'all shouldn't be grabbing special needs people and
We're special
doing
needs.
stuff like this.
We're special needs. I run on the short bus for 10 years. How dare you?
Yeah. Mental.
How
This
dare you?
this poor guy.
Oh yeah,
He
the
got
poor
paid
guy. He
for
got
his
paid.
time.
Yeah, the poor guy. He got paid to
got
do.
paid for his
He got
time.
paid to do what he normally does for free
Oh God.
and make videos about people coming in his face. But happy birthday, man. We're glad you liked your gift.
Wow.
Only
How much you pay
the
this man?
only the fifth time that you threw up on the show, or almost threw up on the show. I wish you would have. That would have made my day for sure. You know how much I love that.
If it went further, I would have definitely threw up.
What? Oh, like if he would have kept talking about how he wanted to fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Get fucked
We'll
by
get
me.
another one. It's all right. We'll get one for your wedding. Hi, Maurice. I wish you were marrying me, and you. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say that you're gonna clip me. I was about to say something crazy.
You will get
Okay,
clipped.
bye. Come on, it was amazing. It was
Yeah.
happy birthday,
Do
buddy.
you let him know that you made a shirt of him?
No, we didn't tell him that we made a shirt. I don't think he would have cared. All he just cared about the money. Just cared about the big bucks that we shelled out.
How much you paid him to
I forget.
harass me like
That's
that?
rude to ask. That's we don't disclose birthday
That's a
gift.
Christmas. That's a birthday present.
come
You don't
on.
ask how much your birthday present
Don't be
costs.
tacky now. You drink your Pepsi. Come on. That's we
Oh,
don't. You
that's
don't
how
leave.
that works?
You
You're
don't.
supposed to be elevated, Mo. That's very elevated of you.
I've never. I don't know too much about birthday rules.
You
And
don't
shit.
leave the price tag
Oh,
on a gift.
It's gifts in general. You're not supposed to ask people how much they paid for your
That's
gift.
incredibly rude.
Doesn't matter what it's for.
Apparently, that's true.
Right, Pastor?
Right.
What do you think of this? You're sitting over there in silence.
I think the guy is funny.
That's right. That's all we
Papa
need to
Rich,
do.
you can't. Not you. Not
Listen,
you.
listen.
Please, not you.
Listen. We're
I know
gonna.
there's a lot of people that make the world go round.
Oh man,
And if they make you laugh, they make you laugh.
he makes the group chat go around for sure.
So
For
fucking
sure.
cringy.
Listen, Mo, you love murder. We're going to get into some murder right now for your birthday. We got 2 or 3 big stories to talk about. One is about EJ's neck of the woods in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So, this woman was walking around on the beach, right? All of a sudden, one of the stationary like beach umbrellas that are like, I guess they're put in the ground or whatever, flies up and whacks this woman and gives her some crazy injuries that she will not disclose of in the article. But she said that she got some very, very serious injuries from this umbrella that flew out of nowhere and beamed her, right? So it's obviously she's going to sue Myrtle Beach or whatever beach this was, and she's suing the umbrella company. And in the article, you find out that this is not the first lawsuit that this company has had put on them. They had another lawsuit of one of their umbrellas getting loose and killing a man. Not that long ago.
Wow.
That's right. Eddie, what do you think about this? This is where you live, bro. This is what's going on. You better watch out riding your bike. You're going to catch an umbrella right to the head.
I don't like the beach, so I don't really go to the beach, so I'm fine.
That shit might be flying. It might fly from the beach right to your house.
For real.
Right to my neighborhood.
And
Like
you
a
freaking.
spear.
What don't you like about the beach?
Oh,
sand.
You know that typical quote from Star Wars: "The sand gets everywhere, and it's coarse and rough." You know.
yeah.
There might be fun on the beach. There might be girls
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
beach.
Yeah,
There might-
you know how much I hate fun.
Yeah, Pastor, you're asking the wrong room. I think we all hate the beach here. You can't like visually impaired people mostly.
I enjoy the beach actually a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you like the beach?
Because we don't have any good ones in the city. So like when I went to a good beach or have been to a good beach, I enjoy it.
Ugh, I hate.
And
this.
I like being near the ocean.
I hate it. I hate the sun. I hate the sand. I hate the people. The beach.
Oh, the sun is the best
sucks.
part.
Really? You like that doesn't blind you?
No, I just get an umbrella like a normal person and a towel. towel and I lay there.
Clearly, you can't be getting umbrellas anymore.
Yeah, watch out.
You better be
Kill someone.
careful.
No, always hated the beach.
You know?
When I was a kid, my parents had to bring a tent to the beach to put me in. Like, I was not messing around with any part of the beach. They just shoved me in the tent, gave me food like a wild animal, and that was it. I was like a pet. Even when we went, like, anywhere we went that I just didn't like, they just put a tent for me or something. They just made some like enclosed area. Like when I went to Sesame Street and I was afraid of the characters, they just like created this enclosed area for me in Sesame Place and just fed me stuff. Like, it happened everywhere. Asked them. Anywhere we went, they just like created a freaking ecosystem for me.
It
a
sounds
habitat.
like it's a portable petting zoo. Like,
Yeah.
I go to the beach. I go to sleep. I drink some liquor.
They didn't have you on a
some
leash,
cocktails.
did they?
Everything but.
Okay.
They had
They
them
were
like in a
close enough
cage.
with him.
Yeah. They didn't
They
need
just,
to.
like,
They
they
didn't
just,
need
like,
to
they
because
just
I didn't
reach
want to go
over.
anywhere. I didn't want to go anywhere, so they don't need me on a leash. You know what I mean? Like, I had my own. My mind was my leash. I didn't want to go.
They just reach into the pen with like crackers, and you start eating out of their hands, and they pet your head. They're like good son, stay right here.
Just feral in there. Thank you. No. It was.
So
yeah,
you didn't like Sesame Street? That's interesting.
I was scared of the characters, of the mascots.
Oh.
I didn't like that as a kid. It scared me. They were big. They were scary.
But didn't you watch it like on TV as a kid though?
Yeah, but I mean proportions. Think about it. On TV, they look like your size, and when you go in, they're like fucking 8 feet tall. I started screaming. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I mean, I told this story on the show before. I was in love with Barney as a kid. I loved Barney, right, for years. And then my mom goes, oh, like, all right, when we go to Universal, we're gonna bring him to Barney Live. So my mom's just hyping it up for like weeks. Like, yo, you gonna go see Barney? I was like, hell yeah, fuck yeah, I love Barney, dude. He's the best. They bring me to the show. They put me in the front row, obviously, because I'm blind. You know, ring, ding, 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 ding. Everybody, hey, Barney came out, jumped off the stage. I was out of there. Pew! I was crying. I was like, get me out of here. I was scared as hell, bro. I was out of there, bro. Justin, do you like the beach? You like the beach, Justin? Justin doesn't like the beach either. No, we're not big fans of the beach. I mean, think about it, Pastor. We went on vacation how many times? How many times have I gone to the beach or even recommended?
Yeah, you don't normally go to the beach.
Yeah. Fuck the beach.
You don't find the beach sounds relaxing, especially if there's no one around. Too many people there.
Here's the exception. I'll do the beach at night because it takes away the people and it takes away the sun. I will.
That's
do
one
the
of the
beach
best
at
times
night.
to go.
I will do the beach at night. That I will do. So yeah, if you're hanging around Myrtle Beach, watch out. These umbrellas are flying everywhere and impaling people in the freaking head. Final Destination
Little did
style.
they know it was the ghoul of Myrtle Beach throwing umbrellas.
They were blaming you.
It was me all along.
The people are gonna come to your house with the pitchforks and the freaking and the flames soon enough.
Seriously,
They're gonna freaking burn your house down. You keep walking around outside the way you do. You better straighten your back out, bro.
I can't. If I could, I would.
You got everybody scared of you. They're doing
Next
another
thing you know,
Final
his
Destination.
nails are
movie.
gonna grow out.
Oh, do you have long nails, Eddie? I never. You don't do that,
No,
right? You bite
I
them.
usually bite them if they get too long. So no.
He likes to bite them.
He's not. See, that's good. At least you're not one of those guys with long. Is anybody? You're not like that, right, Pastor? You don't have long, freaky ass fingernails.
No.
You don't do that. You're Italian. You don't do shit like that. Good.
No.
Good. Mo, do you have the one long pinky nail?
No. I like to groom myself.
Okay, good. I feel like I've seen that in your
My demographic.
Your demographic. That's right. I've seen the long.
Yeah. No, I've seen it too. I don't like it.
We've seen holes in your socks, Mo. We know you.
Nah, I
No.
can't throw that. I ain't never seen no holes in there. You wilding now. That's
You ain't
crazy.
never seen no damn holes in my
That's
sock.
crazy now.
But like
We've
that's
seen
one thing
toes
that I
sticking out
agree
of
with
them
you.
socks, man. We know.
For some reason, there's a lot of men that when I shake their hand, their nails go into my fucking palm.
Oh, come on. Shape up, people. Really. Get out of here. Nail clippers are like what? $5?
Go to the fucking Walmart
No,
and
not
just get a
even.
manicure.
You can get a set. The
Yeah,
toes
probably
and
like
you
two
get
or
the
three.
toes and the hand for fucking $5. You get both.
Seriously. Or go to Walmart and get your fucking shit cleaned up and trimmed.
Like
Like
how
I
do you
do.
how do you finger pop anybody like that?
Come on now.
Seriously. You gotta keep
But
them.
that's why the girls are dirty.
You never know when you're gonna when it's gonna go down. You never know.
Listen, if I
They
have
better start
even
biting
long
their
nails,
fingernails at
she
that
will tell
point.
me, hey, your nails are long. Cut them off and clean them.
That's
Like,
right.
That's it.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean, gentlemen. Keep it clean. I was saying before we get off this topic, there is another Final Destination movie coming out. So I think it's called Final Destination Bloodline. So I'm excited for that, but I haven't seen the other ones. I've only seen the one in 3D with Dre. So I have to go on like on a binge, a Final Destination binge. And I know
Great
the first
movies.
one's on a plane, right? The beginning of the first one?
Yep.
Yeah, freaking me out. It's freaking me out. We're going to talk about another horror movie later on at the end of the episode called The Mouse of Horrors. And let me tell you, if you love horror movies, get ready for this review. Oh, boy. Okay? But we got some other things we got to discuss. Crow, you and I were talking about a very prominent figure in history, Jack the Ripper. Okay?
Oh.
They have
Big
been
mystery.
speculating many years. Is it this guy? Is it that guy? We think it may be this guy because he was a fucking creep and this and that. Well,
They think he's
apparently,
a doctor or a butcher,
A dentist.
something like that.
I feel like you are big into lore of Jack the Ripper, Eddie.
I know a little bit.
You know a
I
little
watched
bit.
some stuff.
Okay, but Crow, I just found out you were. I didn't know you were big into the lore of Jack the
Yeah,
Ripper.
probably the same amount as like Eddie, did the whole, what is he? Is he a dentist because of, his skills with a blade? It's very skillful and it's smooth. Like, only certain groups of professions can use a knife like this, blah, 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 blah. So the
Did you
different
guys-
theories like everybody else here.
So apparently you guys have done some research. Did you guys hear about there was like a guy, like it was like a butcher. Like it was a guy, with the big leather apron on that was seen near some of the scenes. Like maybe it was him, bro.
Well, let me tell you right now. Apparently, they have found the identity of Jack the Ripper. Finally, after what is it, 140 years or something like that?
Something like that.
So what happened was this shirt or something went up for auction, and it had blood on it from one of the victims from back in the day and some DNA. So they did some DNA testing 140 years later, which I'm like, really? I don't know. I'm a little skeptical on that. Like, come on, really?
Probably AI technology bullshit.
Okay, maybe. Good guess. But apparently they found the guy who was a suspect because they said he was a total creepazoid. And it was this guy named Aaron Kosminski. And apparently he was a big suspect for years from the way he would just be a creep and all that stuff. And apparently that is the identity of Jack the Ripper. It has finally been solved. And right now, I just want to say, why the fuck would you do that? Like, it's
Seriously.
140 years later. Keep the mystery alive at this point. It doesn't even matter. What are we going to do? Sue him? What are we going to go to his, like, great-great-great-great-great-great-grandkid and lock him up? Listen, every couple of years, it's fun to go in the History Channel or Netflix. You guys want to hear about Jack the Ripper again? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, sure. We found one little insignificant piece of evidence like 2 years ago that we're gonna drop now. We found a feather at one of the scenes, and one of the people used to love birds, and we're finding out all these different things. It's like it's kind of fun at this point. It's like Bigfoot, It's like fun to hear about. Why ruin the surprise now? And now you got all these people.
But
right? Before you say that, now you got all these people that are like dedicating their lives to finding out who Jack the Ripper is, right? So now apparently they found him. These people, are just sitting on the side of their bed now? Like, did they just kill themselves? Like, it's like they went to the moon. What are you supposed to do? Do it like they're gonna just move to the Black Dahlia murder now? You ain't solving that one. Like, so what is all the
maybe they'll
people?
join the Bigfoot
What are all the
search.
people that are obsessed with Jack the Ripper gonna do now that you know who he is? I thought it was
Well,
bullshit.
Now they can look into that guy.
Oh,
I guess.
stop.
What did they say about the dude? Like, what was his profession?
Oh,
Yeah, that was my question. What was his job?
I'll send you the article,
'Cause
Pastor.
I knew he was like somewhat like a businessman or something.
Check it out, Pastor. You read the article to us right now. It is coming to your phone. Boom, there you go. Let's hear about Aaron Kosminski. What is that, like a Russian, Polish guy? We thinking? Kosminski?
Yeah, something like that.
Kosminski?
I mean, it's kind of disappointing,
It's anticlimactic, too. It's like, oh, we found him. Okay.
You figure, maybe it was a surgeon, last name of Duncan, or, something like that, and it's, it was Kosminski that did it.
Oh, we don't want to let's not get racial now.
Equivalent of the school shooter name.
It's not get, yeah, kind of. That's what that does sound like a school shooter. Aaron Kosminski, for real. That sounds like a guy who shot up a fucking classroom. Dead ass. I mean, before Pastor reads, are we on the same page, or are you guys happy they got the guy's name?
I'm indifferent.
You're different. Okay.
I need to know more about the guy.
Right.
And his story has to be interesting enough for me to be like, okay, good closing.
Because now it's like,
But he was just
are we gonna get more docs now? Like, it's kind of fun. It's like Shark Week, you know. Oh, let's hear about Jack the Ripper again for the 80th time. Maybe somebody found a napkin somewhere. Oh, cool.
now finding out who his like descendants are, because it's the letters for me, the codes, all that stuff. That was the most impressive part about him.
Oh, I don't know
His
about
intelligence.
that. Okay, Pastor, go ahead.
There has been an unbelievable breakthrough in the gruesome Jack the Ripper serial killer case that has haunted England for over a century. After 137 years of mystery, we may finally know the true identity of the killer who terrorized the streets of London in 1888. Police believe Jack the Ripper is responsible for the brutal rape and murders of at least 5 women, known as the Canonical Five, but could very well have committed at least 6 more. Where's the rest of the article?
Oh God, don't tell me to do this shit. I know I read the part where they found his name. So let's see. Oh, you just hit read more. And then scroll down. It's between 50 ads.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see now.
Between 89 ads.
The victims were Mary Nichols, 43, Annie Chapman, 47, Elizabeth Stride, 44, Catherine Edowis, 46, and Mary Jane Kelly, 25.
Mary Jane.
All 5 women were brutally murdered between the months of August and November 1888. 3 of the victims had their internal organs removed, leading to widespread speculation that the killer possessed anatomical or surgical knowledge. The burning question of what kind of psychopath could have committed such monstrous acts has plagued police, historians, and crime buffs alike for over 100 years. A long list, different suspects have popped up over the years. However, investigators have not been able to definitively pin down a single suspect for the crimes. But now we might finally have an answer. Self-proclaimed ripperologist and British author Russell Edwards purchased a Shaw belonging to one of the victims, Catherine Edowis, which contained blood and semen back in 2007. Years later, it was put through forensic testing where it was found to contain DNA from 2 separate people. One of them matched a descendant of the female victim, while the other matched the descendants of a Polish immigrant who would have been around 23 at the time of the murders. Upon discovering this male's name, Edwards was able to reveal the true identity of the cold-blooded killer behind the facade of Jack the Ripper, Aaron Kosminski. Considering his DNA is on the Shaw that was at the murder scene and he was named, I have never considered anyone else to be the Ripper, Edwards told news.com.au. I have, however, looked into every other suspect in order to eliminate them. The DNA work was a huge 4-year process. We had to bypass the issue of contamination plus other hurdles. It was a voyage of discovery with many twists and turns. The adventure was thrilling from beginning to end, and I was lucky to experience it. Edwards said that when he discovered the DNA from the Shaw matched, he was absolutely elated to have made such a breakthrough. When we matched the DNA from the blood on the Shaw with a direct female descendant of the victim, it was the singular most amazing moment of my life at the time. We tested the semen left on the Shaw. When we matched that, I was dumbfounded that we actually had discovered who Jack the Ripper truly was. Edwards had been dedicated to all things Ripper for over 11 years and explained that he first became interested in the topic after watching a film about the killer. I saw the movie From Hell and then did a Jack the Ripper tour, he said. It was then I realized I had been walking in his footsteps all that time and didn't know.
Okay, hold on. Because they are boring the shit out of me. Okay, I found, not you, but them. I don't care about this guy. Because I just found a part where they start talking about him. I do not care about this freaking scientist.
You don't care about Edwards?
I don't care about this nerd. We want to hear who Kosminski is, right or wrong? Am I wrong? Do we care about this guy?
Exactly. That's all we care about.
For 11 years, I've been following Jack the Ripper's footsteps. Like, bro, nobody cares, bro. Kosminski moved to England as a child and worked as a barber in Whitechapel, Edwards learned. He started showing symptoms of mental illness in 1985 and had been committed to a number of insane asylums. Before his death at the age of 53, Kosminski reported having auditory hallucinations. He feared other people refused to eat, would also not bathe, according to Edwards. Several online skeptics have questioned Edwards' findings, however, pointing to allegations he faked finding the top of a child's skull in 2022, sparking a new police search for the body of Keith Bennett.
This guy doesn't even sound interesting.
He's faking shit now? The high-profile more murders were... Oh, now they're about to talk about the fucking child murders that this guy was digging into. I just want to hear about this guy. So that was the end.
So do we think he actually figured it out, or is this just speculation?
Bennett's body marks the last remaining victim ever been found. So people think this guy faked finding the top of a kid's skull in these other murders. So his evidence may be in question. But I mean, so how is he going to get? If like a third party, whatever, did the testing, how is he going to fake getting the DNA of this guy? You know what I mean? Like, how does he get the DNA? He'd have to get that guy's DNA to put it on. And he won that in an auction, by the way. So he'd have to win that in an auction and then I guess have that guy's DNA already to then put it on that shawl. Because I'm assuming it wasn't him that did the testings, right? He's probably working alongside the guys. He doesn't know how to do DNA testings. I don't think. I don't know. So that's a good question.
Maybe he has a third party. Maybe he has associates.
So what, you guys think he faked it?
Kind of do. I feel like
we need more
doesn't
info.
Explain to like the writing, the codes. Like we acknowledge that Jack was intelligent, sophisticated. This description of this killer doesn't seem to match up.
Yeah, he seems
hold
very
on. Just because a lot of those people are still intelligent, though.
Yes, that's true. But the way, I don't know.
You think it could be hogwash?
Yeah, I mean, like for example, like the knife, like the skill set with the knives, and like doctors and other people talking about how well and precise you have to be with a knife. Like you know, doctors, dentists, certain groups of professions clearly have good skills with this. So it made sense to me that it would be like somebody in one of these professions. But like you're saying, like this mental guy had a really good talent for like cutting things up, like really well. That even people in like doctors and other fields are like, yeah.
Well, he was a barber, and barbers used to do surgery.
Oh, that's the part. This guy said, okay.
Yeah.
Pasty coming with the info.
Okay, that's details we need. Thank you.
And I mean, I don't know. I mean, can you see the picture of him?
Yeah.
I mean, look at his eyes. They both don't look at you at the same time.
Yes, cross-eyed.
Are you saying he cross-eyed,
He's
or
one
of
us. He's one of us.
Maybe he was just one of us, and they
VI?
just kept talking shit to him.
Jack the Ripper's visually impaired. Legally.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of I agree with you, Gritty. They could have just kept this to themselves. Because, I mean, now that it's revealed, I say this guy is him, it's kind of underwhelming.
After 140 years of buildup, what is going to really, scratch that itch at this point? Like, who cares? It's more fun to hear about this and speculate and talk. Like, well, it could have been this guy, could have been, because of that. And then once you get it, it's kind of like, oh, okay. Like, now the fun's over. Thanks a lot. Like, now this guy's just gonna sit in his underwear for the rest of his life. Like, what is he gonna do?
No. This guy's gonna move on to other cases and bring up fake evidence like he did. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Says the guy who's upside down.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm saying, like, is he gonna go to the Black Dahlia murder? We should do a show on some unsolved cases. I mean, I'm sure it's been hacked to death, no pun intended. But I don't really know a lot about some of these, so maybe we could look into these for one Halloween or something like that. Crow and EJ, what's going on in Japan? Give us the details. Anime exploitation is getting cracked down on. Is this true?
I don't know. I haven't really heard about that, but I do.
This is us. Yeah. Well, Eddie.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't hear anything about that recently, but I mean, yeah, like the people that draw like manga and the people that draw like animate the anime don't get paid what they should be getting paid, and they definitely work overtime with no money. Some of them can barely afford to feed themselves.
Major streaming platforms and drawing fans to theaters worldwide. Japan's anime industry has doubled in size the past decade, making over $20 billion in annual sales. But the industry's success has come at a price.
It's very difficult to make a living as a voice actor. The pay is low. If you offered 15,000 yen an hour, you might think that's good. But very often you'll be asked to keep your schedule free for 3 days to do one job.
Miyoshi says voice actors often have to wait half a year or more to get paid because it takes time for cash to trickle down to them. Sometimes, he says, they don't get paid at all. For animators, those in their early 20s typically earn less than $13,000 a year, compared with more than $22,000 for peers in other industries living in Tokyo. That's also less than half of what U.S. entry-level animators usually earn.
I think there are many talented Japanese animators. In order for them to be able to work for a long time and to be able to further develop their skills, they need to be paid the minimum wage to make ends meet. Many animators are working for an annual income of around 1 million yen. The more diligent and careful they are in their work, the more likely they are to give up because they can't make a living.
The UN Human Rights Council last year called out Japan's anime industry for its poor treatment of workers. They cited, among other things, excessively long working hours, low pay, and unfair subcontracting relationships. The Japan Research Institute expects a labor shortage among animators to worsen in the years ahead, with their numbers falling to fewer than 5,700 people by 2030. Authorities have now put in place new measures and stepped up monitoring in the industry to protect workers. The hope is that this and a shrinking workforce will usher in much needed change. Sherry-Ann, Bloomberg, Tokyo.
So they got some restrictions coming for them.
So all of that is true. All of that's true. That's all.
I'm really happy that we've reached this point where it's coming to our side of the world and we're having these conversations.
I think it's crazy that our animators get paid more when our animators suck out here, bro. They're ass. Like, you look at an American cartoon and compare it to like anime, bro. Like,
it's not. They don't suck. It's not that it sucks. It's just that a different style of art for whatever they're trying to push for. But I don't think American cartoonists suck. I just think that the way they want to tell stories is not. They don't favor the creativity. They favor more of the product in terms of
what I mean by suck is, like, if we put any cartoon from America up against an anime, you can tell like there's more quality in Japan's cartoons.
Yes,
there's more detail. It's just better, bro. Like, they put more work into it, so they should get paid more. I think so. I hope so.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. Artistically, I feel like this industry has gotten so big that, of course, the world is seeing their industry, because now other business and corporations want to get involved and make anime studios and stuff like that. So now they're seeing what Japan actually does and how they pay and how they treat their workers. and it's disgusting. It has always been disgusting. You know what I'm saying? So let's hope that mangakas, animators, voice actors finally get the respect that they deserve, because this one field helps keeps Japan's whole country afloat.
So from what I understand, right, it's like really big companies that'll like put the money out for like people, for like animators and stuff to make anime. But from what I heard, at least like a few years ago, like the returns are all right. Like you know, like yeah, they make a lot of money, but it costs so much to get an anime made. Like just 12 episodes is so much fucking money. So like I feel like they might be at least breaking even. Like I don't know if they're getting a profit. You know what I mean?
Well, because they really rely on the manga. Like if it's a manga, right, made from a manga, they're using the hype from the manga. Then they have to follow the schedule, right? So if the schedule
And
is
if you think
saying,
I got bad posture, you should see it. They sitting like me all day, drawing shit all day, just sitting like me, hunched over. So I can only imagine.
This sounds a lot like what happened when Disney made Snow White. They had like their regular artists, whatever, but all their inkers and stuff like that, like the low level artists, the chick like dead ass went blind apparently from working too much. One of the chicks passed out because she wasn't eating. One of the chicks apparently went blind. Like they were working the inkers, like the low level artists, like dogs, dude. And it's pretty much from what you're saying, Eddie. It's like I don't know in the case of the anime, but it was so much, especially at that time, to produce these things. And like, you know, Walt Disney was basically going to all these banks and getting these loans, and they were just burning money. So I mean, sure, you know, most of it is like they just need to turn a profit, and this shit costs so much. And not only does it cost so much, it takes forever to put out maybe not exactly these days, but generally it takes so long to create these animations. You know what I mean? Like these artists are working all day, all night for months and months to just put out to maybe finish a couple scenes. You know what I mean?
The crazy part is when they get announced for a new project, they only may get like a month to 2 months to preparation, right? But if it's a weekly anime, they have to animate every week. They gotta try to finish it within 3 to 4 days, then start on to the next episode and keep going. It's brutal.
And the voice actor's
really
not getting
brutal.
paid for like half a year till they get the profit in. That's fucked up. Because if you're a big company, you already should have money laying around to pay them up front. You know what I mean? That's like, imagine the movie studios here. They were like, hey, Ryan Reynolds, we're going to hire you for this movie, but you're not going to get paid anything till the movie's done. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Like you need to have capital up front if you're a big company to pay these people, especially because you're not paying them much. That's ridiculous. You're a major anime company, bro.
I can't remember exactly what anime studio it was, but apparently they only like drop like 3 shows a year because it takes so goddamn long. That's not a lot, right? That's maybe like 12 episodes for a season for a show, and then they go do another 12 or 24, and they only get 3. They only do 3. And you're like, oh, that's not a lot. Like, we want more. But it's like, bro, that's
But the quality is much better when you spend more time on your animation. You know what I'm saying?
Even voice actors out here are struggling. They're trying to get unions and shit out here.
Big time.
Well, because then you have companies like Crunchyroll just being disrespectful.
Yeah, I heard about Crunchyroll. I heard they were doing some shiesty stuff.
They still are.
Shiesty stuff.
They still are. I would never subscribe to Crunchyroll. I would never support them.
Why would they do?
For one example, what voice actor was it that they actually was opening up his fan mail and they never told him that he was receiving any mail? That was recent.
The company opened his fan mail and didn't tell him about it?
Yeah.
That's
like fans would send it to them and they
weird.
would give his fan mail to the people in the office. Like
that's weird.
That's weird.
Why would you do
wacky.
that? That's like, incredibly wacky.
And the only reason why he found out that was because a fan reached out to him on Twitch or one of these.
And what, are they not
apps.
paying these people correctly either?
No, this guy. What was his name? We know him. I don't remember the guy's name, but he doesn't. The way Crunchyroll operates, they don't show respect to the voice actors at all.
It's pretty much like how they was like they getting done dirty in Japan. Like Like you got to keep your schedule open because we might need you to come back and do a retake, or maybe we'll have you like voice some bullshit like background character for like one scene. And yeah, they really don't get like they got to have multiple things going on. They got to have multiple jobs in a week just so they can eat. You know what I mean? Like they can't just rely on working on one show.
Right.
They got to be involved in like 3-4 shows.
Right.
Sometimes a lot of them gets into like the video game field, you know what I'm saying? Which, thank you, they pay enough. They pay good money in the gaming field.
Well, it's nice to see Japan is cracking down and putting like legal things in place and restrictions and regulations, because that's what they're gonna need. That's ridiculous. These are big companies with a lot of capital. They need to first of all be paying these guys up front. Number one, that's the first thing they need to do is pay these guys straight up front, and the rest of the stuff I don't know what you're gonna do, because it's like scheduling. It's a lot of hard work that you have to do in short amount of time. So, you know, and a lot of people this is the thing about a lot of artists, they will undertake these crazy projects because it's a labor of love, but it's like they got to get paid a decent amount. You know what I mean? Like you can't run like that forever. So if you pay these, like the stupidest thing is like they don't even need to be paying these guys a massive amount of money. A lot of these guys love to do it anyway. Just pay them fair. Just pay them fairly. The same way I do you guys. I'll pay you guys like once in a while. But I give you guys enough. I give you guys enough to come back and to keep working, right? Except Pat. I don't pay Pastor though. I don't get.
So there's this manga artist, right? And he was making a manga back in like the 90s or whatever. And he like at the end of his chapters, he would, you know, just give you a little rundown on how he's doing. And he would pretty much like he gave you like his schedule. Like I would work for like 20 hours every day.
Wow.
I might get like 3 hours of sleep. Wow. I gotta get up, just, you know, I gotta eat and shower, and then I just go right back to work.
That has gotta be so hard.
Pretty much like
is this
like,
Oda
at the end of the
Senpai?
week, he's like at the end of the week I maybe had like 5 hours to myself.
Yeah, this was Oda Senpai, right?
No, it was the guy that made Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter.
That has got to be incredibly taxing on your back, your hands, and your eyes.
And he's on his like
hours.
70s now.
Happens to tattoo artists all the time. When I used to watch like all those tattoo shows back in the day when they were popular, like all their backs are all they look like Eddie. Their backs are all fucked up. Their hands, their eyes, everything. Real quick,
Little did you know, I'm actually a super talented artist.
Wow, that's why he's in the. That's why he's in the house.
That's how I could retire.
Beautiful. You got to buy yourself a new TV. Eddie's TV exploded this morning. We woke up and his TV was dead.
Oh.
I don't know. I just went to turn it on and it flashed. Like the screen flashed and that was it.
That's it. R.I.P. to Eddie's TV. Kept him going. What are you doing over there, Spider Sim? You fighting Green Goblin? You guys wilding out? What the hell? Guys making all kind of moves over there. Real quick, because I know that Crow and Pastor can go down this rabbit hole like crazy. So we're not gonna get crazy here.
Come on, Papa. Let's get crazy.
What did you guys think? Because I have my own take on this. What do you guys think about the Super Bowl halftime show with Kendrick Lamar starting with Pastor?
I liked it. I thought it was visually engaging. I appreciated the simplicity of it. I did wish that I was more familiar with the music and could make out the lyrics to kind of figure out more what was going on. But I liked it.
Crow?
Okay, so I obviously liked it a lot. I enjoy artists being unapologetic and just being an artist, right? He performed a few years ago as a feature in the Super Bowl, and he played all his top hits. But this time, he really wanted to send out a message, show that he was that guy. You know what I'm saying? It was very entertaining. It's for somebody that knows the songs, was listening to the beef and everything else like that, seeing everything play around it. I really enjoyed it. And then afterward, I knew people would do this, but to see like the other side of people who like the white culture and other cultures come on and like study it. Like I saw an elderly woman who didn't know anything about the Kendrick. I actually go, I didn't like it, then clips in and go, I actually studied and did my homework on it. I love it now. So there were people actually willing to take the time and actually learn and get down to the art part. So I really am happy that there were new fans that came into this side of town and like understand that as a Black culture, we're more than what you perceive us to be. So, and I think this is really that first step into a different type of era for us as artists.
You guys know Pokimane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was talking about the halftime show and about how everybody that hated it was white and this and that. And I'm like, I don't even think that's true, bro. I don't even think everybody that complained about it was white. Like that don't
No, there was a lot of Black people that didn't like it.
Yeah, there was Black people that didn't like it.
But I just thought it was crazy. She's like, nah, it's just white people hating because it's rap. And
nah, there was people on every side of the spectrum that didn't like it. I think that it was a polarizing show in the fact that people hated it and people loved it. And I don't think it deserves either one. I don't think it was...
You think it was mid?
I don't think it was the greatest thing ever. You know,
No, it
like
wasn't the greatest.
I think people were sucking it off, you know, deep throat in the Super Bowl show. And it like, I like Kendrick Lamar to a certain extent, right? Like I like 4 songs. I got nothing against the guy. He's a good artist, whatever. It wasn't that great. Like people are right. He should have played different songs. There were times in the show where I was like, kind of boring, like not really feeling it, whatever. It did not feel like a Super Bowl halftime show. It felt like, I mean, my dad was not a big fan. He said he's seen better performances at a Little League halftime show. So there's his review. Like my parents hated it.
My aunt hated it too.
You know, and it's just like, but I don't think it was that. I told my parents, I bet you're not going to like it because you just don't know him. Like, you don't know. Like, he has good songs. Like, he has some really good fun songs, some good slow songs that he has, you know. Really the only album I like from his is Damn. So I'm sure everybody's, oh, you're a poser. I'm like, I did not say I was a fan, so don't fucking come at me for that. Like, I like Damn, and that's as far as I'm gonna fucking go, okay?
Don't at him.
So it wasn't the worst, and it wasn't the best. And this is the one thing I don't like about people. They do it with movies. They do it with everything. And you said this, Crow, the studying. I hate when people go back and they rely on a message to then say that the piece of art was good. Like if you say, hey, I mean, this was not that great. And then you go, but you didn't understand it, man. If you look in the background, the guy had a green hat and the other guy had a blue hat. And that means that, see, but you don't understand the streets, man, because that's gang shit. It's like, no, hold on. They do it with movies, and I hate it. I hate when people do it because it's like, you know, the movie's fucking boring. It's 3 hours. It's slow. It's lame. And they go, dude, did you not look at scene number 2? She was wearing a green cross. Do you know what the fuck that means? That indicates her inner child is grieving from the loss of her mother 40 years ago. So
but
how about you fucking... Okay, but this is the thing. If you need to explain, just because you explain what it means doesn't mean it's good, right? So I could let's say I do a podcast right now about anxiety and how important it is that men open up about anxiety. But I sound like a fucking retard. My audio sucks, but when I bring it up, I go, were you not listening? Yeah, I mean, the audio sucked and I sounded like a moron. But it's about anxiety. That's essentially what people do. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
literally the meme for like Rick and Morty is like, oh, you just don't get it because you're stupid.
Not
your
how
IQ's
it
not
works.
high enough to understand Rick and Morty. It's like I think that's so funny, bro.
That's not how artwork works.
On its own, Rick and Morty understands his superiority and it's doing extra shit on purpose, right? Like that's what it's
No, but that's like people's argument. It's like, oh, you just don't like it because you don't get it.
I talk about Midsommar all the time. I talk about the movie Midsommar all the time. You just don't understand it, man. You just don't get it. It's like, what do I not get? It's literally not entertaining. So you breaking down, like people break down Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. You know, that's a great movie. That's an entertaining movie on its own merit just by looking at it from one dimension. If you can't look at something, if the acting's not good, if the score's not good, if the editing's not good, it's not a good movie, and no amount of backstory, that's right, Spider Sim, down in the garbage. So I'm not saying that this show is bad. I'm just saying that when people bring up that it's bad, which I don't believe, but when people bring it up, you get the other side that goes, did you not see the star in the background that represents? It's like, okay, but that doesn't make it better. It did not sound good.
The point
to
is,
them.
like, when somebody says something good or bad, there always should be a follow-up question. Why is it good to you? Why is it bad? Because you may just like it just because you were like, oh, I like it just to like it. I thought it was great. Maybe, like, I have a different reason for liking it, right? Versus somebody who may not think it's bad. Like, I understand the artist. He does this all the time. Triple entendres. He's always hiding something. So I, as a person who likes stuff like that, I look for those things because I know he's always going to do that. But if somebody who doesn't know the artist is saying it's bad, I understand why they would think it's bad. They don't know he does that. That makes sense. They will say it's bad. They don't even know what the hell is going on. They don't even. It's not.
But that's what I'm saying. What is needing to know what's going on have to do anything? If they don't like it from like them understanding the message doesn't take away from the fact that it's just not good to them.
The problem is that most times when people say it's bad, majority of people don't even see anything.
But they're hearing it, right? Justin, correct me if I'm wrong. Everybody, correct me if I'm wrong. You're hearing a piece of music, right? It's either good or it's bad sonically. It doesn't matter if the song's about your dead daughter from 2 years ago that you found fucking hit by a car. If you suck, you suck. I'm not saying he sucks. I'm just saying that the message has nothing to do with the execution. And if somebody doesn't like the execution, it's bad.
However, like there were people on social media, and there was a newscaster that came out and said it was bad. A lot of people were saying it was bad because of their own bias. Maybe they were low-key a little racist. They were like, well, this was super black. This wasn't for everybody else. So there are other undertone lining. So, like, that's why you should always ask, why is it bad? Because
it's just not my genre. That's all.
If it's not your genre, that's fine. Some people just didn't like it because it was only black people. People were coming out was like, wait, there was not one white person in that around those dancers.
I don't care about that. I mean,
fuck.
People have their own individual reasons.
All I know is I see red, white, and blue.
Yup.
America.
USA.
It's
USA. 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 Bomb them.
USA.
Have you guys seen that new Captain America movie? Speaking about America.
Nah.
No, not gonna bother.
Yeah, I heard nobody really cares.
Okay, so no, like it was a boring movie. But the actor for Captain America, right? He was, I guess, giving his thoughts on what a Captain America means to him, and he's like, well, it's not about, representing America. I'm like, what?
Well, to be fair, hold on. To be fair, I brought this up to my comic book friends, and they said he's 100% right. That's what they say in the comic books. And everybody in the comments said that that's true. Mm-hmm. Every comic book fan said that Anthony Mackie was 100% correct. So I'm going to take, I don't know, but I'm going to take their word for it. They're the ones that read it.
I would disagree, bro. Otherwise, he wouldn't be called Captain America.
Well, you don't read the books.
He was written at a time in history.
He was a, he was a soldier in our army. He was a
but he's like known to go against the government, though.
Yes, he is.
This is what I'm saying. Like, I don't have an opinion because I don't read the books. Literally, there was an overwhelming amount of comments saying that dude was 100% right. And I talked to our buddy Mike, and he's like, yeah, that's how it is. Like, that's what Captain America's about. So I got nothing to say because all the nerds showed up and they were like, dude is right. You're on some fuck the woke shit. That's what it is. You just don't like that he said the truth of the comic book. You're thinking it's like an anti-woke thing, but he's right.
Yeah, these are anti-right. These are not readers. These are maybe just people who don't watch the films. If you didn't read
the book, shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's why I went and asked.
He's named after the Gulf of America.
That's right. The Gulf of America. So yeah, the halftime show was very polarizing. And I thought it was fine. I thought it was fine, and that's basically it. That's basically it. Everybody.
Prince will always still be one of my favorites. Usher as well.
Oh yeah, Prince. Pastor loves the Prince one because Prince was wet.
That's the number one. As far as I'm concerned.
Thank you. We all agree with that.
MJ had a good one.
MJ's the best.
I feel like Prince beat him on that one.
Why? Because he was wet?
I mean,
that's what Pastor always says. Pastor always says it's because he was wet.
Okay, that's not.
Well, I just think that everything aligned for the performance of a lifetime, including the weather.
Right.
Purple Rain, baby.
Absolutely.
That was amazing.
Absolutely. You have anything else on the docket before we get to Mouse of Horrors? Absolutely not. Wow, Pastor, here we go. Are you ready for this? Let me tell you what did not align anything for this movie. Nothing. Oh. Nothing, literally nothing aligned for this movie.
Oh my goodness.
And we got notes. We got notes. And let me tell you right now, unfortunately, because we have to do it, there will be spoilers. I'm sorry. And listen, a lot of you are going to be grateful because you ain't going to watch it anyway, okay?
Yeah, don't watch it.
It's about time you spoil a movie.
All right, so this was my favorite part of this, is I call Pastor and I'm like, oh, did you see the Mouse movie? And he goes, I'm never watching another one of these Mouse movies again. And I was like, oh, come on, like, we got to see him. Like, come on, you can't say that. Like, can't be that bad. Because if you don't know the backstory, Steamboat Willie, Mickey Mouse, so not the Mickey Mouse we see now, but the old school Mickey Mouse is in public domain. So a lot of people are starting to create Mickey Mouse themed horror movies. We got Mousetrap. What was that, like a couple months ago? Mousetrap was like in late 2024.
Y'all hate it, right?
Oh, hated it. It was horrible. Oh my God, it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Then you have I Heart Willie, which is coming out in this month, I believe. You have Screamboat coming out in April, which we were very excited for until we saw the character model, which was atrocious. It looked like a fucking subway rat. Yeah, it was awful. I mean, it was like, come on. So we watched this new Mickey Mouse themed horror movie, Mouse of Horrors. The one thing I'm going to say is I really like the cover because I like the look of Mickey in this movie, or Steamboat Will. Or we'll call him the Mouse. He's called the Mouse in this movie. So I enjoyed the look of the Mouse. I think he had the best look of all of them. So basically this movie is about this mad scientist character, and he creates, or they don't even say what he does, but he has this mouse, this grown mouse that runs around and kills people. And basically the theme is that this mouse is killing women to get their body parts so the mad scientist can build this mouse man a bride, okay? And then the movie just totally takes a fucking tailspin when you realize that Winnie the Pooh is actually in this movie as well, who they don't call Winnie the Pooh, they call him the bear. Okay, it's the same mask from the original Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. So this mad scientist is in control of this bear man and this mouse man, and they're running around killing people, okay? So the movie starts off like whatever. Two girls walking on the pier, and the girl on the left is, I hate to say this, at this time, hopefully she grows, a really bad actress. It's really not good. It's really bad. And you know, I rarely talk about the acting. I really do. And I feel bad saying it because she's doing her thing. She's living a dream. Just take some lessons. You'll be okay. She's kind of hot. So she goes, she has her tits out, whatever. The mouse man kills her. Really, like, it's like, okay, it's all right. And I notice like the sound isn't the best in the beginning. But then you meet your main character, this blonde woman with, I mean, as much charisma as this cup here, pretty much. She's
the cup is shiny.
That's all right. I gotta close this window.
Let me tell you what, her character wasn't dead yet, but she was already dead. She was basically dead on arrival in this movie. Okay, so she's talking to her father about her moving to California to do something, and I'm like, yes, please go right now. Like, leave right now, and let's get a new person in the movie immediately. And I had headphones on, okay? The audio for this movie is the worst audio I have ever heard in any movie, okay?
Is it worse than my audio?
You are cinematic compared to this movie. You are surround sound.
That's bad.
You are surround sound compared to this movie, okay?
Wow.
And Pastor can attest to this. It's not only that they didn't even use microphones, it's literally the whole, like, the way they edited the sound in general is bad. There was a point where, okay, so we already got the dialogue. You can barely hear it, right? You got to like really tune in to turn your hearing aids up when you watch this, right? So then you get to the point where you learn that just perspective in this movie is thrown out the window. Just whatever, we're going to get to this later. whatever perspective you have for time, space, sound, it's
Day,
gone.
night.
Yeah, it's gone. Just forget it. They throw it out the window. All right, we're gonna get into detail. Don't worry. But there's a point where they're sitting at this table, right, and they're like, they sound like they're 80 feet away. Hey, are you gonna go out and you're gonna go to California? Like, I have way better audio than them, right? It's like, are you gonna go? Are you gonna go to California? Yeah, I'm gonna go to California. So they call this woman, right?
Yeah, and then somebody else's voice will come in like this.
Hey, how you doing? Like, but everybody else is all fucked up, right? So then they show you calling the woman, right? They call whoever. I don't even know who it is. They call her, right? And the answering machine goes on. So now in a movie, essentially, you're like third person perspective, right? Like, you're watching them. You're not first person. So the person doesn't answer the phone, and you hear the answering machine, beep, please leave him. Like, it's mad loud. Essentially, as if like you're listening to it, like in your own ear. You know what I mean? But if you watch any movie, the way they balance the audio, when you hear someone in the phone, it's not directly into your ear. It's kind of like, a little, not in the background, but it's a little further down. Am I explaining this right? When you hear somebody on the phone in a movie,
I think people would understand what you're saying.
Sound like a bootleg.
Yeah, when you hear somebody in a movie on the phone, you have the perspective essentially of kind of viewing this and not listening to it. I thought I was in a schizophrenia simulator when that shit happened. I was like, what the fuck? I started looking around like, what the fuck was that? I thought it was in my freaking room. So the sound is bad. Okay, one of the girls gets tied up, right? And she escapes. I had to call Pastor, and I said, first of all, I apologize for saying that you need to watch any more Mouse movies. And I was like, look at this. Did you notice this? So the girl gets tied up, and she grabs like literally a tin plate. It looked like it wasn't even anything significant of any merit, like a little tin plate. And
yeah, it was like about that big.
And she whacks the guy, the scientist, over the head with it, and he falls. What they forgot to do was add a sound to it. So watching it, it looks like she just hit him with a pillow or something, or a feather, because you don't hear like a think or a clink, and you hear, oh, you know what I mean? Like, if you watch regular movies, this really makes you appreciate sound design, because you don't know how bad it can be, because everybody just has like a general rule of how sound should go in a movie. They throw it out, right? Like, she hits him with this thing, and there's no sound to it, right? So watching it, you don't feel the impact. You know what I mean? You don't feel like, wow, this guy got hit with something. So I just see this guy fall, and I go, why did he, what? Like, what did she do? I don't really get it. You know what I mean? So Mickey's running around. He's killing people. And this is where we get into, you lose perspective of all time and space. He kills somebody. What I will give this caveat here. Mickey is the only thing redeemable about this movie. The way the actor portrayed
nothing
Mickey.
Funny.
It was. I'll get to that.
You're generous.
And listen. Yeah, I'm being generous. He did well for what he got.
He did well for a while.
Yeah, for the movie. Okay, that's true. But
can I chime in on his performance?
Go ahead.
I thought his performance was a ripoff of Keith Ledger's Joker.
I got that.
And he just kept doing the bowing and the posing and over and over and over. Oh, look at it. He's taking another bow.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
People said he was very reminiscent of Art the Clown. And I got Heath Ledger vibes. And I think this is a stark contrast from the guy in Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare, who I felt took inspiration from Heath Ledger, but I think he did it the right way. He did it subtle, where it's like it's there and it's like homage, but it's not bad. So I know what you're saying, Pastor. I think where I'm coming from is this guy tried. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Is I like tried. Mickey because he literally tried. Nobody else tried at all, right? So what I like about this movie, it's mostly in this amusement park, which made me think, wow, they blew the budget on the amusement park because everything else was shit. The writing, the acting, like Everything else was so bad. It looked like they just threw all the money on filming in this amusement park, which literally nobody was ever there. They were there the whole movie, right? Day, night,
no
like
extras?
2 days. Not one person on a ride. Not one person.
They did set that up though.
What'd they say?
The one girl was an employee there, and she said if she got caught, she'd be fired.
Yeah, but why was
letting them into the?
Oh, like
the
it was
amusement
shut
park.
down.
Yeah.
Oh well, obviously I couldn't hear it because they were 40 feet away
Yeah,
from the fucking
probably.
mic. You know what I mean? So we get to the point where the mouse is killing people, right? And it kind of was like the same in Mousetrap, but way worse. Where it's like, okay, so he kills this guy here, and then all of a sudden he's like in this next place out of nowhere. Like the movie did not set up or show you any perspective of space. 1 minute they're here, the other minute they're there. The biggest example I can say is the father drives somewhere. You have no idea whose house he's in, right or wrong?
Right.
You don't even know who this woman is because apparently his wife died. So it's like, who is this? Is his mother? You don't know, right? So the mouse is tracking him for some reason. How he got there without a car, we don't even know. Fine. You don't even know. You know, to be fair, you never know how Michael gets where he is, right? So fine. I mean, actually, you do see him driving, so wrong. Okay, you see him driving in a bunch of movies, actually. So that's kind of wrong, actually. So he's like running, and it's like he's running away from. Correct me if I'm wrong, Pastor, but like he's running away from the mouse, but does he know about it? Does he know them? Like he doesn't even know the mouse is coming after him. I don't think.
Yeah.
He's like, I think he knows his daughter's in danger, but he doesn't even know the mouse is on his tail, right? So
Yeah, and you have no idea why he went to this woman's house.
you don't even know who this is, like some random chick, right? And the way it played off for me, where you corrected me, was he runs in the house like, oh my God. And this is the only scene with good audio, by the way. I guess because they were inside, they rented a boom for an hour. And it's like, wow, crystal clear audio. But you can tell that the dad's vocals were like ADR and they were done like days later. Because it's like the mom or whoever this woman is, like, you can tell she's doing it there. She's in sync. And then the dad would be like, they'd film it from behind him and he'd be like, oh my God, I am running away from a mouse. And it's like, it just sounded bad. It sounded like it was,
They added it in post.
it sounded like it. Yeah, it sounded like it was AI or something. Like, it sounded like they had no lines from like, all right, we'll do it in post. Just say anything. We'll pull it in later. Listen, ADR is very common. They did it a lot
So
in
what
Goosebumps.
studio created this movie?
I don't know. I know ITN put it out, but I have no idea who created it. ADR is very common. They do it in Goosebumps. They do it in a lot of other movies, but this one was blatantly obvious, if I'm not mistaken. So then it just, like, the way they did the sound, it kind of looked like the father ran through the kitchen and jumped out of the window. That's the way it read to me. But then Pastor said, I think it was the mouse coming in. So the mouse comes in and kills the woman, right? All of a sudden, the father's on the boardwalk, and it's like,
oh, don't forget the best line in the whole movie.
oh right, you can say that one.
So this woman that we don't even know who she is, picks up 2 darts and says something like, "Don't you ever mess with a dart champion."
And she misses, right? Doesn't she miss?
And then she throws 1 dart and the mouse catches it. And then she throws the other dart and the mouse catches that. And then he ends up killing her with the darts.
Yeah, it was so he then like ends up in the amusement park somehow. Right? Like, so he drove to this woman's house, but then he jumped out of he jumped into the backyard.
Sounds horrible.
So it essentially read like the backyard was attached to the fucking amusement park, right? Is that how it read to you?
I don't know.
Because he just ends up there, right? So Mickey, and I'll let you get to this, Pass. I want you to discuss the 2 kills that I'm thinking about with the bumper cars and the pool, right? But let me just get this out. You have no idea where anything is relative to anything else, is what I'm saying. You don't know how far this is from that, where this person is compared to that person. You know what I mean?
Perspective is bad.
Perspective is, I mean, all gone. And we'll get to the time, because you don't even know what time it is at the end of the movie. All right? Pastor, please take over these 2 kills.
Okay, the bumper car kill. If you've been on bumper cars before, you have the bumper car, and then you have the pole that goes out the back, and then up to the ceiling, and that little metal hook runs along the ceiling, and you can see the sparks, and that's where the electricity is.
Right? The electricity is where, Pastor?
Is in the ceiling.
Right. And everybody knows this if you've went to an amusement park for 5 seconds. Everybody knows this, right? Is anybody here? Does anybody here not know this?
No what?
Does anybody here not know that the bumper car electricity comes from the ceiling and the pole from your? Okay, so commence, Pastor.
So one of the group of friends runs out onto the bumper car track or whatever you want to call it, floor, and the mouse throws the switch. And he's standing on the floor, and he starts getting electrocuted.
Just electrocutes the guy on the floor.
Now, the special effects that they did actually weren't that bad.
Yeah, it was actually good.
I mean, his face got all, like, messed up, and he's, like, lying on the floor, and it's going... But all the while, you're like, that's not where the freaking electricity is. This is so dumb.
Yeah, it's like they thought it came from the floor.
This stressed me out just listening
did you guys ever go to an amusement park ever? And let me just cut in right here and say another good thing about the only other good thing is they spent money and time thinking about the kills. The kills were not that bad. They were gory. They were gruesome. People's eyes were taken out of their heads. They spent time and effort on the kills. So get to the next kill because this one,
because this is getting
hold on. This one is this kill right here is not. That is not one of the ones I was just mentioning. This was bad.
All right, and in mentioning this kill, we have to mention the kill on the boat too.
The one, oh yeah.
So when I was thinking about this, at the end of the movie, they have this obvious CGI effect. And what I'm thinking is that the kill that we're talking about in the pool and on the boat, the mouse is running after this kid. He ends up falling in this pool. And then there's some kind of flash, and the pool fills with blood. And you're sitting there going, how'd he die?
You literally have no idea. I thought, did he throw piranhas in there like Wednesday, in the beginning of Wednesday? But I didn't see them.
It was the flash.
And the same thing happens between the mouse and the bear. They're fighting on the Steamboat Willie boat. And all of a sudden there's this flash, and he's just gone.
He just he just disappears.
And I'm wondering if those were two CGI effects that just went wrong.
And they just put it out because they didn't care.
Yeah, just push it out.
Listen.
But they're just dead, and you're like, what?
Let's break this down.
This movie sounds like a
Let's break down, because I don't think anybody gets this.
I don't.
The kid fell in the pool. The mouse is looking at him, just looking at him. He doesn't touch him, right, Pastor? He's 50 feet away. The kid falls back in the pool. The pool fills with blood, and the kid is dead.
And the mouse isn't?
We have zero idea how he executed this kill, how he died. We have literally no clue. Some of the other kills are fine. And it was weird. They did sound effects on things that didn't even need them. Like when he killed the girl, he sliced the girl's stomach on the slide. And then the mouse glides down the slide in the blood, and they just put all these sound effects like if he's going through guts and bone. It's it's just blood. It's not even going to make a noise. It's just going to go down. It's you could tell they put effort into something. It's why did you put effort into that and not this?
Yeah, several of his kills, he would gut the people and pull out their entrails.
Yeah.
And then start chewing on them like it was Slim Jims or something.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And it's okay, would you stop gnawing on these people's intestines, would you please?
He's kind of a one-trick pony. The chick that got killed on the table was
makes
pretty
me feel
good.
Like listening. This is what I felt like when I was listening to Drake's album. The way I described this movie makes me feel the same fucking way.
Well, maybe it should have been the soundtrack because you couldn't even hear the music. Basically, it was so low. You didn't even know what was going on.
I want to talk about some of the other kills.
Good.
So, like one of the first kills after they leave the group of friends leaves this bar to go to the amusement park is this boyfriend and girlfriend that were all over each other in the bar, and then all of a sudden they're fighting with each other for some reason. I mean, we couldn't figure out why they were fighting with each other, so they end up going off on their own, and the mouse appears and grabs her, and I think, what did she stab her in the gut or something like that?
Something.
And the boyfriend just leaves.
Oh, thank you for
He never
saying
gave a
that.
fuck about her.
Thank you. I would have totally forgot about my favorite part of this movie.
The boyfriend was in cahoots with the mouse.
Is that the guy that got killed on the bumper cars?
Yeah, he might have been the guy on the bumper
Okay,
car,
we need
yeah.
to stop this right now. This was my favorite part of the movie right here. Okay, and I had to call Pastor back for this. So the blonde girl is with. Did you read this as her girlfriend?
I don't know, because
they seem like romantic.
Like their initial hugs were like way over the top when they saw each other, and then at the end of the movie, when apparently they were going to live, I mean, it was almost like they were having sex.
So I read it as they were girlfriend and girlfriend. Okay, I was making sure I was not wrong, right?
They were partners.
So yeah, the partners, right? They're running through the amusement park. It's nighttime for now, which we'll get into. Trust me. And for some reason, right? Like there was one cool kill. Remember where all three girls are walking and one girl's in front of the two, and he kills her in front of them? That was cool. I like that. He was like, I'm gonna fucking butcher your friend right in front of you, and then he runs after these two girls, right? So that instead of like leaving the park, they sit on a stagnant ride. They just pop a squat on the merry-go-round. And, what are we gonna? No. Just wait. It's so bad. She goes, oh, like I'll never leave you. My God, I love you so much. I love you. You can barely hear what they're saying. I love you so much. Oh my God. The mouse comes, and the girlfriend essentially sacrifices herself for the blonde. Right? She goes, run away. I'm gonna take care of this. Just run. And the blonde girl does that. Right? She gets up. Lets her friend get dragged by the hair, has like every opportunity to fight for her, right? The mouse has her by the throat with the knife. The blonde girl runs, kind of looks, and then runs away. All of a sudden, her father finds her for some reason. And I mean, the most atrocious dialogue and the worst delivery you will ever see in cinema. The father comes. Again, mind you, this is on negative like 3 volume. I've been looking for you. Where have you been? We have to get out of here. There's a killer mouse. And then the girl goes, I can't leave. I don't know what her name is. Let's just say Cynthia. I can't leave Cynthia. I need to go get her. I will never leave her. I have to go save her right now. I'm not leaving without her. And I'm thinking, You kind of just did,
no
though.
Personality into that?
Just abandoned her.
Yeah, I'm like, but you kind of just left her 2 seconds ago. Literally 2 seconds ago, she said, run away. I'm going to sacrifice myself. So you said, oh, okay. And now.
Exhausting review.
So now, right, think about this. The killer took her away. You are going to put yourself in more danger by going to his lair. And you have to do more work by not just nipping it in the bud right there. Now you're going to put yourself in more danger by, I can't leave her. I can't do it. I'm like, you just already did. What do you mean you can't leave her?
Both just run away.
I don't know. Because
I thought that was hilarious because she walks away from her out of that ride like they're in the mall, and she just said, well, I'm gonna go to Spencer's, and she goes, yeah, well, I'm gonna go to Macy's. Okay. And she walks away.
Zero urgency.
And then all of a sudden she's gonna become the heroine.
Zero urgency. Correct, Pastor. Zero.
How big is this damn amusement
She didn't like run off the ride. She just like walked off, saw her dad, away. And she was like, oh yeah, by the way, I can't leave my girlfriend though. It's like, bro, you literally had every chance to save her just now. And then I just want to do a side thing here before we get into what I'll let you see what's on your notes, right? So like they go into the lair of the bear and the mouse, and the dad, like, they're just doing shit in this movie. Like they just say shit. Like, right, you see, yeah, because what was it? What did he say? So they're like in the back of this random. You don't even know where they are. You know, who cares? They're just like looking around. What does he say to his daughter that I told you? They're just like saying it's like AI generated lines at this point, right? Like
it's like, oh, we got to get out of here. He's looking for this human being on shelves that are this high.
Yes, that was my point. So the dad's like, "We gotta get out of here," and I'm like, "You just agreed to follow your daughter here."
In there.
And then right, they're looking for her. This motherfucker is looking on shelves for a full-grown woman. Like they're just doing shit. Like they just told the guy, look around, and he goes, okay. He's just like lifting things, like lifting a cup, looking for a grown woman. Like he's not looking.
He's looking, like lifting up the toilet seat. Are you in there?
You were thinking he was looking
I can't
for.
even imagine it in my head. Like I'm
there?
trying so hard to picture the way you're describing it, and I know you're accurate, and it's
funny. It's funny.
It just sounds so unbelievable.
You would think he was looking for Stuart Little the way he was looking around. Like he was looking on desks, he was looking under coffee mugs, and you're right, Pastor. He was like, "We gotta get out of here." And he's like, "You just walked in with her, and you said you're gonna help her." Like, and that's when you said, "Bro, they're just saying shit now. They just say whatever. Just say shit." Go ahead. What do you got to say?
Oh my goodness.
Because we're not even done.
Oh wow.
We're not even done.
So one of the funniest kills that I loved was this one woman ends up on a ride too, and the mouse pops out and just saws her arm off.
Yeah.
Right. Just saws her arm off
with a knife,
with the greatest of ease. And then starts beating her with her own arm. I thought that was kind of funny.
And we're like,
what is up with these people stopping to ride rides in the middle of running away for your life?
It was the second time.
Like, oh, we gotta go. Wait a minute. Hold on. I want to go on Splash Mountain real quick though.
I'll give her I give her kind of, because I think she was trying to hide from. It was like an indoor ride, like
yeah.
And like I give her a pass, kind of, from what I remember, but. The other ones totally don't get a pass on this one. I think she had like kind of a reason to be there. I think they put like 2 seconds of thought into that one.
But when he was beating her with her own arm, I mean, that was the way they did it. I thought it came off just comedically. I mean, it wasn't frightening. It was dumb.
It was fine. Yeah, that was a fine kill. Like the one where he takes the girl's eyes out on the table, that was pretty drawn out, long, and. Like if you're into gore,
I have a note about that too.
Go ahead.
So when he's yanking her eyes out, it was drawn out. But what they did was they did a shot with the mouse coming at her to get her eyes.
Yeah.
Like you're seeing this through her eyes, but he gouges out one eye, and then they do that shot as if you're looking through her eyes. Then he gouges out the other eye, and they do that shot again. She don't have any eyes.
That's right. I didn't even think of that. She doesn't
That's
have
how
any
eyes work
fucking
in this
eyes,
universe.
and you're doing a POV of a blind woman now. Yeah, you might as well just made it black and you just hear it. It was so bad.
Wow.
So what's next
This
on
hurt
your
my
notes?
head.
What's next on your notes there?
Let me see.
This movie really got to y'all. Like, wow.
I kind of want to watch it.
Let me
now.
tell you this.
too.
Let me tell
see
you.
how bad it is.
Every time you see the scientist talking to the mouse and the bear, it's like, we need more parts. And I'm sitting there going, you've got like enough parts to make like 5 people. I mean, how many more parts do you need?
You need replacements to extras as well.
No, I think it's he needed.
This just sounds like a horrible Jeepers Creepers movie.
It was it was that he needed the perfect parts, right? Because he kept saying that.
He kept saying perfect.
That was like
He
that
kept
was like the whole
come
thing about
on.
Jesus Creepers was like he would take people and I need your eye. And then he would go to someone else. Oh, I like those arms. I'll take those arms. Yeah.
the scientist was trying to build a woman for them. He was trying to build a woman for them, right?
I mean, women within this
Right.
movie.
First it's a wife for the bear, then it's a wife for the mouse, and then at the end he wants the wife for himself.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. At first he's gonna give them the woman, and then at the end he's like, I want her.
Right.
And I'm gonna like, do you want to get into the fight with the bear now?
Well, then he pits them, the mouse and the bear, against each other.
All of a sudden, for like no reason.
So now you got like Godzilla versus Mothra. I mean, that's the way.
The mad scientist has one of the girls, and he goes, "Whoever wins between you two will have her." So like he's saying the whole movie that he loves his creations. These are his creations, and now he's gonna want them to kill each other all of a sudden, right?
This makes so much sense.
So I know what they were thinking. This is when I realized right here that this movie was essentially written by a 12-year-old, because only like a 12-year-old would think we're just gonna make a movie where Winnie the Pooh fights Mickey, but like they don't put any, because they're a kid, they don't put any like logical thought. You know what I mean? Like you watch Freddy versus Jason, there's a reason how they get together, right? Like there's a real story in the background, and
That's a good movie.
You could tell this was written by a child because they go, let's just have them fight. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. Like, let's just have them go at it. And they do. And then there's like a point where they're not even around the dad anymore. They just keep fighting. They just keep fighting the whole movie. And like the mouse kills the bear, right? He kills him. He slits his throat. The mouse okay. So the mouse wants the bride, right? I need everybody here with me. Everybody come back.
We're trying.
Think about this, right? So we're in the amusement park and he wants the bride. The mouse kills the bear. Instead of going back now to retrieve his prize, he randomly gets on a boat and starts driving around the sea and dancing and eating cheese. For literally no reason.
I'm done.
He didn't bring the white. Now, listen. If he tied up, this is why I know they didn't put any thought into this. If he took the bride, tied her up cartoon style, brought her on the boat, right? And was like, I'm going to celebrate with my bitch. I can see that.
That would have made sense.
He just left, right? Hopping around like a fucking moron. And all of a sudden,
on entrails that were left on the boat.
All of a sudden, the bear comes out of nowhere. He's back. He's on the boat. He's alive again, and you can tell like they just do shit.
How did he get on the boat? If
This is what I'm saying. They just do shit in this movie to do it. Like this is what the writers' room is. You know, it would be cool if we did. If he comes back to life and nobody goes,
you know, it'd be cool if we faked everybody out, but we don't explain how he gets in the middle of the
somebody
sea on
just
the boat.
brought up a premise and they go, let's do it. But nobody goes, well, hold on. So how though? Like, how does that work? Like, let's ground this a little bit. Let's kind of explain it. Like, nope. The bear's back on the boat. They're fighting. And then this magical like thing happens and the bear disappears. We don't know how.
I bet you money that when the bear got back on the boat, his neck wasn't even cut anymore. It was just normally.
Probably not. There was no blood. I don't think.
When he ran the knife across the throat, I mean, he didn't cut anything. It was the mask.
It was bad.
I mean, you didn't even see it cut him.
And then it's like he's saying that he created these guys. But then the mouse has a mask on, right? Like it's obviously a mask because in the movie he takes it off and puts it back on.
Wow.
So he's saying it's a creation at one point, right? And then at another point, the scientist goes, "No, you were a you were like an asylum guy. He was like what do you call him? He was like a patient in the
He
asylum.
was criminally insane.
Now I'm truly done.
He was a patient in the asylum, and I just took him in. But you said he was your creation, and then he just has a mask on randomly.
He created the mouse persona.
Okay, so
now from the point with like the bear and the mouse fighting and the dad being involved and all that, like every other scene, it goes from night to dawn to night to daytime to night back to dawn.
How long did this movie take place throughout a whole week?
Yo, dead ass. The fight scene, the sky changed 5 times. Daytime, nighttime, daytime, night.
There's no continuity of time.
No, like they would show the mouse throw a punch from, like, let's say you see him throwing a punch, right? And it's daytime. You see the bear take the punch in the background of him. It's nighttime. It's nighttime.
Maybe they're fighting in slow motion.
And then what was it? It was like the dad.
That would be like fast, like
So
speed.
the dad was like at gunpoint from the bad guy, from the scientist, and then the girl hits the dad with the mallet or something, right? And then what does the dad do? Like something stupid happens there.
You're killing me now. This movie is ridiculous. We gotta sit.
We gotta sit down and watch.
I can't even remember. Like the dad just does something wacky. Like doesn't even make any sense. And then
there's all these overhead shots because somebody in the crew must have gotten a drone for Christmas.
Yeah, just constant overhead shots. So then like the mouse,
oh my god,
beats the bear right on the boat, and then he just randomly comes back to shore to get his bride when he could have just got her an hour before that. He could have just brought her on the boat. So then oh my god, this was great. I remember I don't know if you didn't notice this. You didn't even notice this. But so the mouse is then now trying to kill the girl again, right? And they just start ADRing the girl, say, what did she say? Like eat cheese or something, right? Like have some, what did she say?
Say cheese.
Say cheese, right? So she's fighting the mouse, like they're brawling, right? And you just hear mad low, mad monotone, say cheese. It's like, where did that even come from? Like, again, I think I'm in a schizophrenia simulator. Because, like, you know, she's not even acting like they're fighting. She's like, say cheese, right? So then I notice there's a point where the mouse has her, like, ready to kill her. And she, like, does something. Like, she shoots him or something, right?
Hits him in the face or something.
But before she does it, she goes, say cheese. And I could see her do it, right? What I picked up on, they must have took her saying it there as monotone as you could, and for some reason it ended up 2 minutes before in the scene of her fighting him. Like they just
is the audio behind the visual?
No, they literally cut it out because it was ADR. So she recorded it later probably or whatever or somehow, and they cut it out and they put it 2 minutes beforehand for no reason. Because I'm like, why would she say that? Like, why would she say cheese like that? And then you can see where she actually does it with her mouth, and you're like, so they just put it 2 minutes before for no reason. This movie,
is rough.
And then the ending, I'm not even going to say what happened at the end, like the end. It was just bad.
Oh
just say it. Just tell us now.
I want the ending now.
Okay.
I want the ending now, so I can never hear about this.
Okay, all right.
This is brutal.
All right.
I feel sorry for you, gentlemen.
All right. So Pastor, so she kills the mouse, right? And then, we got 2 more points.
Oh, no.
So she kills the mouse. Then the scientist comes out of nowhere, grabs her girlfriend and goes, I'm gonna rape you, whatever he says, right?
Oh, God.
This fucking 20-year-old girl from the UK, okay? That's important when I say that. From the UK, who is like laying on the ground at this point, gets like the gun. How does she get the girlfriend hits him and she throws the gun to her, right? So from the ground, in a panic state, the girl, the main character, shoots the scientist point blank in the forehead from like 40 feet away. I can tell you, this bitch has never used a gun in her life because she's 20 years old from the UK. They do not do the gun thing over there, right? We all can agree on that?
Yes, we
They
can.
don't just shoot
Listen.
over there.
If she would have threw her like a box cutter, then
Yeah.
I would have been like, all right, she's about to mangle this dude.
Yeah, if it was like a knife, right? Because you know they like to get down over there. So you're telling me this 20-year-old girl who has any experience shooting a gun shot this guy in the head from at least 15, what do you think, 20 feet?
Yeah.
20 feet in the way, point blank in the forehead. Not in the chest. She doesn't just like, get up and empty the clip in him like any normal person would, like in a panic, right? You get up, bang, 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 bang. That's what I would do if I was a 20-year-old college girl, right? Get up, bang, bang. I'll probably shoot my girlfriend by mistake. Nope, she's like a fucking sniper. Pam, pew, right in the forehead. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So you tell him what happens at the end then, after that.
So once everybody else is dead, the two girls that are apparently in love with each other go into the lab, and there is what looks to be like a box that's wrapped in something, but it's CGI. And so
because when they rip the curtain down, it is blatant CGI. Right? Like they just basically made them do it and then just edit it in later.
Yeah.
There wasn't even a curtain there. They couldn't even afford a curtain.
Could have got one from anybody's
they
house.
ripped that down, and then there's this tank with the bride, with the creation in it.
Okay.
And then the girl hits the side of the tank, and all the water comes out, and the bride inside just vanishes.
No. Everything vanishes. The water, the glass, and the glass. Like it didn't even. It wasn't even like she broke a hole in it and the water came out. You know what I mean? Like in the water, like if you broke a tank, you would see remnants of the tank, and then the water would be spilling. Everything evaporated, including, as Pastor said, the bride inside. When in reality, that let's say Eddie's in the tank and I break him free of the tank. I hit the tank.
Naked on the floor.
I hit the
I'm
tank.
still gonna be in the tank, the broken ass tank.
The glass would be somewhere. Literally, everything just vanishes and evaporates.
Amazing.
And the movie ends.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And the
That was
music
so hard.
starts playing like this was a good movie.
This
I have
was
to,
hard to listen
Mo.
to.
I don't know about you,
We
but
do.
I kind
We
of
do.
need to watch this now.
We do.
Because I pictured it in my head, and I know the way I pictured it in my head is way better than the actual movie.
I mean, the way I pictured it in my head, it was torture. I feel like I need an Advil.
The only part that I disagree with you, Gritty, is the two women at the beginning, Dina and Molly. I thought that they were the best actresses or actors in the whole movie, and I thought maybe the movie had promise because they could actually do dialogue.
I vehemently disagree. The best actress
How
in the movie.
How come you changed from actresses to actors? What's the difference?
Because actresses indicates female,
aren't they?
So I said actors as everybody.
Yeah.
So I think truly that the main character's girlfriend was the best actress on this movie.
Yeah, she was pretty good.
I think like the girl on the left was really bad, man.
I'm surprised I didn't fall asleep. Depending on how good this movie was.
The girl on the left, Pastor, was really bad. What are you talking about, bro? The dialogue was like fine. It's like they hired a guy and he just did the opening scene, and the rest of the dialogue was written by a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
How did I not fall asleep, Crow?
GBT wrote the movie.
Crow, this is what happened. I don't know, Pastor. You can tell me what happened when you watched it. I turn on my iPad. I start watching it, right, and it's just going downhill. I get to the part with Winnie the Pooh, and the girl's tied up, before she hits the scientist with the thing to escape. And I go, wow, I don't think I could do this. Like, this is really taxing. This is an arduous movie. So I pause it and I look down and I go, holy shit. I'm only 33 minutes into this movie.
Oh, wow.
I got up. I took a nap. I talked on the phone. Took a shit. Showered. Ate. I had to gather my strength back.
Oh my God, you talking about this made me want to just leave
And I thought, can I do this?
No,
am I capable? Do I have it in me?
Maybe.
Do I have the guts? And then I remembered, Kurt Angle won the Olympic gold medal with a broken freaking neck. If he can do that, I can finish this.
Justin, Spider-Man, you still alive over there?
I think he just fell
He's
asleep.
he's emoting. He's been emoting. He's like a Fortnite character. He's been emoting the whole time. Spider Sim is good.
Gritty.
And I'm very glad I stuck to it, because after that, the movie became entertaining, but not for the reason that they wanted it to be. And it was only more entertaining that I had pastors there to be like, I called him 3 times, like, all right, hold on. Because I had to check myself. I was like, wait, so you're telling me that, like, this is that way? And he's like, yep. I'm like, there's no way. And I literally asked him, how did you finish this? Like, I don't even get it.
Yeah, and he calls me up and goes, how did the guy die in the pool? I'm like, I don't know.
Because I'm like, I'm visually impaired. Maybe I missed something.
And you swear that Winnie the Pooh mask is the same from the Blood and Honey movie?
It's the same one.
No,
yeah.
That's where all the budget went, was them buying that mask.
It's the same one.
They're like, we need to borrow that mask.
This was an exhausting movie. So what were you like? What was your experience watching this, Pastor?
I just was like, I don't know. I mean, I just kept watching, and I'm like, I just kept saying to myself, I'm not ever watching another one of these again.
Valid response.
So you didn't pull a Gritty, and you didn't get up and take like a half a day break.
No, I watched it from beginning to end.
You're
what a man. What a real man.
The only thing that could have brought you, the only thing, it makes sense because you have the Holy Spirit, and that's the only thing that could have got you to the movie.
I wish I knew what some of these notes meant.
You have notes that you don't know what it means anymore?
I'm dying.
Like
no
one
more.
here, it's like
no more.
It must have been something somebody says, we're going to it, and I wrote based on what.
Yeah, it's just like again, the way we can sum this up is people just said things, people did things. We didn't know what day it was. We didn't know what time it was. We didn't know where anybody was relative to anyone else. The kills and the effects in terms of the kills were pretty solid for the most part. I think they put most of the effort into the kills, into the effects in terms of the violence. That was pretty good. The main character's girlfriend was a pretty decent actress. I could see her, doing something. The mouse tried. But other than that, this was a complete shit show from beginning to end, and this deserves nothing short of a 0 at least.
Spider-Man, come save me.
And this is what I'm going to say. I hated Mousetrap a lot. I think I might have gave it a 1, or I don't even know. Whatever I gave Mousetrap, though, this is underneath that. So if I gave Mousetrap a -1, this is a -2. Right now, it's a 0. I never thought that something can be worse than Mousetrap. Go back and listen to our review on Mousetrap. It's in one of the it's in the title of the episode that we did it. It was horrendous.
This sounds like it would be a straight to DVD release.
I don't think they didn't even make DVDs of this. This is straight to digital.
Please never make a DVD.
I almost want it to have this history, to be like, to show somebody else and be like, what do you think of this? Please tell me your thoughts. It was.
Listen, I'm a fan of sitting down, right, and watching like a horribly bad anime, but this seems even worse than that.
Way worse.
It's not even entertaining. Like
Yeah, yeah. Like at least the
Not
bad
even
anime is
like even
funny.
listening
Like,
to the
this doesn't even
summary
seem
and the
like you
notes.
had too much. It seems like you guys didn't even really have that much fun.
No, they
Only
didn't.
when we started to commiserate. Misery loves company.
They got hard in their brains so hard.
When I
their
started
eyes.
to have fun, honestly, it became fun when she bailed on the girl. Like once she bailed on her girlfriend, the movie became fun because it just got wackier. Like that's when the bear and the mouse started fighting, and the dad was just terrible.
It's night, it's day, it's night, it's day.
So at the end of the movie, when I guess the girlfriend's fighting the guy and throws the other girl the gun, where is the dad at this point? Is he just still dicking
He's
around
dead.
in the hideout?
Is he dead?
Yeah, I think he got killed.
Okay, I don't even know. I don't even know.
Oh, okay, because I don't think you guys ever addressed that the dad was killed. This whole time I'm like, is the dad still in like the hideout flipping cups over?
Pastor, give me a photo. I mean, do you have a rate? Is there a rating?
Please
in
give
you?
a rating.
Is there a rating in you?
No, it's a 0. I mean, it's I looked up the director's name and I looked at his Twitter, and he actually has the movie poster on his Twitter feed. I mean, it's
he's
like
proud of it.
if I directed that, I wouldn't want anybody to know.
Why did he waste money on a poster for this horrible thing?
The
I don't
poster
know.
is the
I don't
best
know why
part.
they're making movies this bad, and they must make money on them. And if they do, I want to get in on this.
The budget for Mousetrap was $800,000, we said, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think this one? This one had to be close to it. Because essentially it was it looked a little grander, honestly, because Mousetrap was in one little location. This was in one big location, minus the
I mean, it's
bar
gotta cost
and-
money to rent out a whole fucking amusement
you got-
park.
I think,
I
Eddie, we gotta
truly
smoke.
think
We gotta
that they
smoke to watch
got
this
the
movie.
homie hookup for that amusement park. I think whoever shot this said, listen, I got a boy with a park, and they were like, all right, we could work with that. Let's write something. And they're like, oh, we could do it for the mouse movie. Let's do that. You know, like there's no
Bro,
way.
you think the dad was the homie that let him use the park, and they were like, well,
Most likely.
I'll let you use the park, but I got to be in the movie.
You might have.
You have to. This is what you guys have to do. I
I'll
don't give
watch
a
it now.
fuck
We will.
if you watch the whole movie or not. You need to start if you're listening, if you're still listening and you don't want to watch the whole thing. Just start at the part where the girl leaves her girlfriend, and because the scene between the father and the daughter in that moment is one of the worst scenes in history. It's so unbelievably painfully bad that I didn't even know was possible. And I'm not a real big I love this actor and I love acting. I'm a big actor guy. Like I don't fucking care. I like two actors. Like it doesn't. I don't look deep into acting like that. So if I'm saying it's bad, it's really bad. And
I just don't understand how. I mean, I could see somebody writing a bad script, but I don't understand how they don't even tie anything together.
There was no editors.
Like in the beginning, like there's this long conversation where you is that where you heard like the daughter's footsteps like clop 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 when they were walking along the water?
Even that, like the perspective of the water or the footsteps was bad. I didn't even peep that.
Yeah. So there was this whole thing that, he was talking about. He was, starting another book on this mysterious mouse. And she's acting like, oh, here he goes again, writing this book about this mouse. Are you going to finish it? Well, that just went away.
Yeah, just forget about it.
So at the beginning, I kind of thought that the father might have been the mouse.
I didn't think that, but I thought he's going to play a part and like there's going to be some lore.
Yeah.
You're going to find, and his book is going to, or maybe I don't know, we'll do something where the father lives, writes the book about it, and it becomes a best-selling book like any normal person in the situation would fucking do.
Now you know you're retarded.
Come on!
They were not thinking about lore.
You're going to you set up the father being an author in the beginning, and he's writing a book about this mouse. Have the guy experience this, live to the end, write his book, and have him become a successful author off that book. It's not rocket science, people.
He should have been the only one to survive the movie.
Like,
Lost his
I thought he
daughter,
was gonna
his
play more of
everything.
a part in the movie. Now that you say that, like, I'm like, where? Like, the dad's like barely there until he starts looking under the cupboards.
Eddie, we gotta watch this.
You never mess with a pro darts lady.
Oh my god, that line.
And then it just kind of, like, because it just read to me with the sound that he leapt out of the window. The way they did that,
Goodness.
it was so bad. So
I gotta see this. I have to.
listen,
I wonder if it's gonna make me
I
feel as
can't
tired
promise
as
that
listening
I'll
to
finish the whole thing, but I have to
you
start it.
you have to see the ending. Like, if you don't finish it, you need to fast forward to halfway through and watch it from there. It only gets like more entertaining
How
the
long
more
is
you
this
watch
movie?
it.
I hope this isn't like a 3-hour movie.
It's like an hour and
No.
20. No,
Yeah,
no,
an hour.
no.
No more than an hour and a half.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
listen, I convinced Pastor we are not retiring from the Mouse movies. We can't.
No, you can't. You
We
can't.
can't. Because here's the deal. We're on the
This is a
ground.
knowledge tradition.
We're on the ground level of the Mickey Mouse horror movies.
Yep.
We right now, I don't think we've missed one.
Ground level.
Oh, yeah, for
we
sure.
have not lifted off at all.
You are enjoying the basement.
I would argue that we are underground.
Yeah, we're still underground. We're
They,
still
they haven't
underground.
even built the building yet.
We'll be on the ground level when we watch the one Screamboat, because that's by like a real reputable studio. That's ground level. We're still underground right now.
We're in the trenches right now.
Truly.
I told Pastor, like, we can't stop. We're
Can't.
at the
He's
the
right.
beginning of this. We can't stop.
You tortured me for like, what, 30 minutes, 15, 20? This, you have to keep going now.
Our
need
next
to know more.
endeavor. Our next endeavor is a new movie called I Heart Willie. You can look that up. I think it's also British. I don't know. No, I think it's American. And then Screamboat is coming out in April in theaters. That's going to be a bigger production by the same people that produced Terrifier, and the guy that plays Art the Clown is going to play Steamboat Willie, and it's a horrible design. I mean, if you didn't see it, why not just go with the black and white mouse? Why go with a dirty subway rat? Why? Why? And the thing about that
You lived in
movie
New
is,
York?
it's the sad thing about it is that's probably going to be the best acted, best produced movie of all of these, but the blemish is going to be that the character sucks.
Gritty, when we're done with this, send me the links for.
I sent it to you
Mousetrap
already,
and-
dude. You were supposed to watch it for this episode.
No, I meant for Mousetrap though.
Oh,
I want to
got
see
you on
that too.
I got you on that.
I need to see all the mouse movies. I need to catch up with you guys.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Justin, just sling some webs. Make everybody
Yeah.
happy. Go ahead. Let's see.
Justin,
Wow.
Thank you.
Spidey,
Thank you,
please.
Spidey.
Wow. Everybody loves it.
Dude.
Mo's birthday. What a
Happy birthday to
show.
me.
Happy
No,
birthday, Mo.
happy birthday,
Thank you.
Mo.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys made me feel amazing until this review.
I want to wish
All
Maurice.
right, Mo. Did you like this segment better or the Daniel happy birthday?
I like Devin better than this segment.
I
Guys, this
want to
was-
wish
this
Maurice.
was-
a
I was
happy
dozing. Oh, I was
birthday.
like, what?
I
Why?
hope-
Like, I was so confused. Like, I could not keep up with any of the notes. I was like, and I know they were accurate. This made no sense to me, but it made me want to watch it to torture myself just a little bit.
I want to wish Maurice a happy birthday. I hope you have an amazing birthday, Maurice. And I would love for you to shoot your cum on my
Maybe-
face like Spider-Man.
If I have to watch another movie, I maybe have to just let him do it. Okay.
Listen, Pastor and I are in the trenches. Y'all are not obligated, but
No, but I might as well.
Yeah, for real.
I was supposed to anyway. I just kind of forgot.
we got two
And
more
I
to
want our
go.
relationship to end.
Eddie, you're
I'm
the
kind of
guy.
upset.
Eddie, you're the guy. You're on the hook for the Peter Pans because Pastor didn't start
Okay.
that. So you and I are doing the Peter
Oh
Pans.
yeah. The Winnie the
Oh.
Pooh.
Not the Peter Pans,
Pan,
the Pooh-verse movies.
The
Not
Pooh-verse,
the Peter
oh.
Pans. The
Peter
Peter
which
Pan
are
is always a great.
incredible movies compared to what I just
Oh
heard.
my! Oh no! But Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare was actually a good movie. That's the crazy thing.
I'm,
Like, it
I'm
was a
little
good
upset
movie.
that you say that they got the Winnie the Pooh mask. That just kind of puts a blemish
Yeah,
on
but
the
if you
Pooh-verse.
remember, I said the first Winnie the Pooh movie, they axed those masks in the second one, and they retconned it, so they don't look like that anymore. So don't worry about it. They actually have good effects in the second Winnie the Pooh. They don't look the same. That's how you know you don't listen to the show. So, Crow,
there.
it is your birthday. Say
Love you guys.
whatever you gotta say.
Yeah, made me feel excellent. Been going through some good hard moments, but there's always moments like this with your when you have your family and friends just celebrating you that feels good. So I'm grateful for everybody. I'm glad to be on the show today. I miss everybody. I love you guys. Gritty, keep doing what you're doing. Justin, keep being amazing. Sim Spider, Papa. I look
Spider
forward to the
Sim.
next opera episodes. And Eddie,
All right.
please next time,
Oh.
get away from the ceiling. Unless you're gonna wear a mask.
Let's talk about that. Pastor is doing an audio soap opera on his No Name Yet podcast.
Yep.
So I'm listening to this, right? And it's good. I think that your friend, Pastor's friend, stole the show, right? So they're talking.
Yes, he did.
And then Mo and Jay come on, right? And then it became like, so in the soap opera, they're talking in their cars and like they're on this like lookout, whatever. Pastor and his other actress friend are talking, whatever. And then Mo comes on, and then all of a sudden they're broadcasting from a tin can. All of a sudden, and it was 4 years in the game, and that is the audio you choose to deliver.
I couldn't deliver any other audio. There was no other mic for her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you put the mic kind of in the center here, right? And then, you kind of talk this way. And then she talk. I mean, I've done a podcast with Stephanie with that exact microphone right there. It's on the channel. Not to mention that Jay is very soft-spoken.
Yep.
So essentially, you delivered the same audio as House of Mouse that we heard.
I know. I was aware of that too. I was like, damn.
Mo, were you two the directors of that movie?
They were the audio engineers. They were the audio engineers. Mo was like,
we were the audio engineers. We didn't have the proper set, so we just threw it all together. They
Mo
also
comes
made
out and he's like, "You need to be more soft spoken."
Nah, I told her a few times, speak louder.
Well, next time we're gonna share the mic.
just use the mic.
We're gonna try to share the mic.
Yeah.
But it was also because the headphones, she couldn't hear from the headphones, so we're gonna try something different.
Okay, yeah. Because that threw me out of the that kind of threw me out of the experience. I was like, oh, I don't.
Yeah,
feel
no,
like
I felt it.
I feel like, okay, now we're in like a spacecraft or something. We're a tin can. Like where are they? They're in like some kind of box. They're in some kind of, I don't know.
Well, luckily we were in the car, so that can work for that.
That didn't sound like a car. So go listen to the soap opera on Pastor's wonderful podcast, and you can hear all that. It was very well produced. Other than that, it seemed like a lot of fun, and we don't need to say anything else. We've said it all. We've literally said it all. Everybody, peace and love. See you next time.
Good night. I need a nap.